You both have a year to make a Christmas toy craze, or you'll all be fired. Out of a cannon. Into a volcano. I'll check back in 6 months.
Oh, wow. Okay, what do you have?
A justified sense of paranoia from when we saw those cannons arrive on the lot.
I know. I'm sorry about that. I should have trusted your instincts.
Hey, I just had an idea. Do kids like cannons?
No.
Never mind.
Come on, this can't be that hard. They did it with G.I. Joe, Transformers, and Nintendo.
Ooh, I got it. What if we combine those three things into one thing?
A home video game system that changed into a car and is also American propaganda.
Yeah, we're done with my ideas for the day.
So this is all on me. Fine. You know what? I just got the internet. I'll go boot it up and ask someone on there.
Okay, guys, it's been 6 months. What do you have?
Mostly stable connection.
Someone get me the cannons.
Sir, I've got it. Kids love cannons.
No, kids love helmets.
So, Helmet the movie?
Nah, if we put a guy in a helmet, kids will love him.
It took you guys 6 months to get Helmet?
And the internet connection.
No, sir, I'm saying it doesn't matter what the idea is. We just put the guy in a helmet, and it'll sell like gold. It worked for G.I. Joe, Horse Riding Barbie, the Power Rangers.
Good crap, you're right. Give him a time-traveling car, and we have a movie.
Yes, and instead of making the movie about the character, we'll make it about how hard it is to get the toy.
What? That doesn't make any sense.
Also, we won't have the toy in the title. We'll call it Jingle All The Way.
Why did you do it like Arnold?
They irritate the irritated, flex perplexities, poise puzzles, magnify mysteries, impose inquiries, and coagulate quandaries. But more importantly, they ask one question.
Why would you make this?
Hello, everyone. Welcome and thank you for listening. This is Why Would You Make This, the only podcast to desperately race towards jokes, but once we tell them, we leave traumatized white families asking the question, why would you make this? I am Jimmy Time. I'm joined by my co-hosts, Jay Delta. How are you, sir?
I'm doing pretty good.
Oh, that's good.
Wagwai.
Wagwai.
Yeah, figured I'd bring it back.
It's like from the 30th episode.
Yeah,
I don't even
fuck
know.
you.
We're also joined by... So how are you?
I have no words. Yeah, right?
Nope. That bit's dead.
He does it for laughs.
That bit's dead. Forever and ever.
He dies for laughs.
All right, Jay Delta and Huge is here. The green guy.
Occasionally.
We watched Jingle All The Way, the family comedy about a father who vows to get his son a Turbo Man action figure for Christmas. However, every store is sold out of them, and he must travel all over town and compete with everybody else in order to find one. This film premiered in America November 22nd, 1996, and reached all the different parts of the world, mostly through 96, until India got it way later than everybody else in May of 1997.
Okay.
I don't know.
Christmas movie in May.
In May,
Makes sense,
right? Yeah,
right?
right? Yeah, well, we're a month off, so it's... Oh, wait, 2 months off. So I don't know numbers. It's fine.
Maybe the monsoons there change the weather patterns.
I don't think... Does India have monsoons?
Someone's got to have
Oh,
monsoons.
no,
Why not India?
India is in a different hemisphere, so that they're in the southern hemisphere, so their Christmas...
Spins
would be
counterclockwise.
Yeah. When you flush their Christmas, it spins counterclockwise.
Exactly, that's it.
And their Santa Claus shows up and takes the presents. I remember how this works.
Okay. All right. And I'm sure that's the prime example of the reason as to why it got lost in translation. So the original title for this script may or may not have been Could This Be Christmas? I say that because apparently there was a lawsuit in like 1998 where some guy was like, I wrote that movie and I sold it to a place that sells scripts and they showed it to you and you were just like, well, we're just going to steal this movie. And the guy that wrote Jingle All The Way, Randy Cornfield or something like that, he was a script reader at the time and read it and stole it. And they were like, oh, maybe. And then time went on. They're like, yeah, that couldn't have happened. We saw the script before. Like, the lawsuit went on and on and on, and eventually they were like,
Fuck you.
Yeah. Actually, that's not true. What happened was they were like, yes, of course you definitely ripped it off. And then they litigated, or like they did something, and it was less money, and the guy who started the lawsuit died. And then
just happened to die.
Yeah,
right.
of
Fell
course.
down that elevator shaft.
Yeah, they were just less
Onto
and less
some
and less and
bullets.
less. So yeah, could this be Christmas being the original name? Maybe.
Could
this be?
Could this be Christmas?
Yeah, like I said, we're all gonna race towards jokes.
Yeah.
Turning that fan off was a mistake. Will be the sounds of fans. The all fan episode.
With no fans.
No fans. Nobody talks to us. All right, so Norway called the film Jingle Bells.
Okay.
Because no one called it Jingle All The Way.
Literally no.
Yeah, this is in order of closeness to Jingle All The Way.
Okay.
So Norway called it Jingle Bells. Czech Republic called it Jingle Bells Everywhere. And Slovakia called it It's All Bells.
It's all bells.
It's all bells.
Why does that have to be sassy? Tell me that.
It's Slovakia.
I mean,
It's all bells.
To be fair, it wasn't the first time we did it. Thought about it, went, it'll be better with black people involved. Nice, sassy black women. It's all bells, baby!
They
not
race
saying-
towards jokes with race jokes.
Yeah.
Well, we race towards jokes with jokes towards race.
I like that one. That's a good one.
You say things better than I say things.
All right, so Croatia called it Crazy Christmas Bells. Slovenia called it Crazy Christmas.
Okay.
Lithuania and Poland called it Christmas Fever.
Call it that Christmas fever.
I got it, yeah. Portugal called it the Treasures of Christmas. This is weird to me because Denmark and Bulgaria are literally on opposite sides of Europe, but they both thought the same
Almost,
thing when they were
yeah.
naming it, which is Denmark called it Mission Christmas Gift, and Bulgaria called it Christmas Impossible.
And if only we could have gotten Mission Christmas Impossible.
Oh, I would have rathered Christmas Gift. All right, so Russia and Ukraine both called it Gift for Christmas, and we're getting farther and farther away from Jingle All the Way. Here we go. France and Brazil literally went, I don't know what the name of the film is, but we'll tell you what the film's about. And Brazil went, the film's about a toy hero.
Okay.
France said the film's about a toy race. They're both right.
A race of toys.
Yes, a race of toys. Yes, enough with the race jokes. Argentina, Mexico, Peru, and Venezuela all called it a promised gift. Okay, all right.
All right.
Italy called it a promise is a promise.
Okay.
Either Germany or, just the German language is a little off, or I translated this wrong, because Austria and Germany called it promised is promised. So I guess that would be what has been promised is what has been promised, which doesn't make any more sense. Turkey called it My Father Promised. Let's get a little more specific. Spain, they called the film A Father in Trouble.
Well,
Okay, right.
Okay.
Serbia called it Turbo Dad.
spoiler
Ooh,
alert.
I like that one.
It is a spoiler. Yeah. Another spoiler alert, which is Finland, which they called the film My Dad is Turbo Man. So, yeah, thanks. Greece called the film A Dad, but what dad? I don't know if that means like, but which of these dads, or if that means, but what a dad? Like, oh, a dad, like, wow.
Hey, look at that.
Oh, that's what the mom thinks at the end, yeah. India, I had to. There's no way this is what this film is called, but India may have called the film
No, they
Desires of Toys Make Disaster of Lady Father.
There's no such thing.
As a lady father?
I don't want to actually.
Why? Not in your conservative world, huh?
I retract my statement. They're gonna be lady fathers. That's
Fucking safe spaces matter. Sweden called the film a word I didn't know is an actual English word, which they called it batu. Batu is a form of hunting in which game is forced into the open by beating of sticks on bushes and trees, etc.
Totally.
So basically, in my mind, Sweden called this film Whacking Day. It's Whacking Day. And finally, Hungary, I have to presume, there's no way this is correct, when Hungary calls the film Falling is Fluffy.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess that's Your translation was not so good.
It had to.
Even if it's backwards, I still think it's suspect.
No, I forget. It
Fluffy
translated
is
to something
falling.
else too. Like it was like the word it gave me, it wouldn't translate. So it was like Baru is fluffy, and I was like, oh boy, I don't know what that means. And I looked it up, and it's like it means falling, specifically snow falling.
Okay.
So snow falling is fluffy. So maybe they call
Okay.
it fluffy snow, like
Yeah,
fresh powder.
You
So
are
that's what
reaching.
yeah, I'm
are reaching.
grasping.
Going skiing.
They called this film, fresh powder, which kind of makes it seem like it's a cocaine film.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be.
Good, maybe. I mean,
Maybe.
who wasn't on it during this film?
Yeah.
All right, so Danny Money's not here, but I'll let the green guy do the money thing. You want to talk about
yeah.
what it made, why it made? 'Cause it's
Production
what it made?
budget $60 million. $60 million. I'd say most of that is probably in the first 5 minutes with that little extended Power Ranger scene.
Oh, and that you think that cost?
Yeah,
First off, you think Power Rangers cost $60 million for the whole franchise? Like, still to this day, you think they've reached $60 million?
First off, they're still working on 1992 footage from Super Sentai, or like not 1972 footage. They're still pulling that.
And I think that show's still going on. So there's still we'll have shows until 20 Skidoo.
I hate it when you're like, I don't know what the rest of the sentence is going to be, so I'll just say skidoo.
That's funny because I love it.
I just totally unrelated, except it sort of is because we're talking about Power Rangers.
Here we go.
The guy who invented Power Rangers, Haim Saban.
Okay.
I listened to an interview, and according to him, when they lived in Israel, his father sold pencils door to door. I'll just throw that out there because it's the craziest thing I've
I
ever
was going
heard.
to say, so you're telling me Haim Saban is an insane man.
Yes. He's an insane man who's also, like, literally a billionaire because he just waved his dick around and was like, I own Power Rangers, suck my dick, buy it from me for $1 billion. And Fox was like, all
And
right,
here's
I
a
guess.
number 2 pencil. Let's throw that in there. Here's a stack of number 2s. So, domestic, we're looking at 60,592,389. Foreign, 69 million and change. Worldwide, 129.8 million.
Just under 130 million.
It made money.
It made its budget back here, and then it made its budget back again foreign. So it did make money.
And then, they probably released Turbo Man toys and all that, right?
I
don't remember.
I have
either.
stuff about that later in the Why Would
Okay.
You Make This section. So that's once again something to stick around for, folks.
Or you can just go skip.
Oh God, damn it! Why do you keep telling him that? I do want to point out though that based on the math, roughly 13.7 thousand Americans saw this in theaters.
That's it.
Yeah,
Were you one of them? How old were you when this came out?
I think I saw it on VHS. Or,
Okay. Yeah,
or one of those.
same.
I didn't see it in theaters, but I remember it being a thing.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
I saw it on TV or VHS. Or
So yes, I agree with everything you said. Let's move on to the best hour, our favorite hour, the Troy McClure hour.
Oh, this Turbo Core hour makes me sad.
Yeah.
Why?
Because Phil Hartman's in this.
Yeah. And this, he died 97? So,
It's pretty much right after.
so this movie killed him.
Don't. Yeah, I was gonna say don't talk about it too much because if you talk about it too much, then you have to mention Andy Dick. Oh, we did it. There it is. Never mind. Forget it. Okay, so. Hi there, I'm Troy McClure. You'll recognize me from such holiday hack movies as Who's That on My Roof? A burglar? Nope, the opposite. And Who's That at My Door? Is it a man demanding I take his candy? Nope, the opposite. Okay, so Arnold Schwarzenegger plays Howard Langston. You'll recognize him as Trench from the 2010 The Expendables franchise, Terminator from the 1984 Terminator franchise, and most recently Roman in the 2017 Aftermath.
They brought him back in the latest Terminator. He played old Terminator.
Yeah,
It was bad.
it was embarrassing.
It really was embarrassing. And they were like, no, they sent him further back in time, and the Terminator's skin age. And I was like, really? You're just going to tell me, everything around him just got old?
Oh my God.
You had the technology to create cyborgs, but you couldn't stop them from getting soggy and flabby.
Soggy. So Sinbad plays Myron Larrabee. You recognize him as Sam Sims in the 1996 First Kid. Well, that's this year. He had 2 movies this year. Good for him.
He's so surprised he's alive.
Yeah, he's alive. Good. He doesn't have a cough or anything. Wow. Coach Walter Oakes in the 1987 TV series A Different World, and most recently Shazam in the 2017 episode We Found Sinbad's Shazam Genie movie from the what is apparently classified as a TV series of College Humor Original. I don't know if that's on TV or if it streams or what the deal is.
Okay, wait, we need to stop everything right now.
What's up?
So, wait.
Yes, I'm telling you that the internet craze before where people suddenly remembered. You remember
movie
how
that
before?
didn't exist?
Yeah, a bunch of people suddenly remembered. They're like, "Hey, you remember that movie with Sinbad where he played a genie?" And everyone was like, "No, that's
Kazam.
That's Kazam, and it's
Yeah.
Shaquille O'Neal." They went, "No. There was another film that came out at the same time, and it was just like the Berenstein's Bear, Berenstein."
Yeah.
that whole
Dude,
thing.
I was one of those people, because when they said it, I was like, yeah, right? Because I could picture it, and then he's wearing the Sultan thing.
That's just
never
how
existed.
he dressed.
Yeah.
That's just
That was just him stand-up.
yeah, Sinbad just happened to dress like a genie. It had nothing to do with...
I wouldn't be surprised if somebody cared enough to go back and look at old MT or Mad TV episodes
Yeah.
and found out that he played a genie in a Mad TV skit
Yeah.
or something like that,
Yeah.
or in Living Color he played a genie,
Yeah.
and they were like, "Of course, black guy genie." I mean, it all adds up. I'm not racist. Name me one racist person you know. Go ahead. Next, Phil Hartman plays Ted Moulton. You recognize him as Troy McClure / Lionel Hutz / Bill Clinton / additional voices in the 51 episodes between 1991 and 1998 of the ongoing television series The Simpsons. Himself and various characters between 1985 and 2014 of the ongoing television series Saturday Night Live. I presume that's archived footage. It's not my fault, but that's how IMDb lists credits.
For you listeners out there, you didn't catch the look that JD and I gave each other of, I don't know about that
He
one.
died in 99.
Few people know that SNL actually owns the rights to Phil Hartman's body, and they've been Weekend at Burying him for the last 20 years.
They bought those rights and they took it real serious.
Yeah.
We needed more skits of the Continental. You remember that? The Continental?
Yeah,
That's
but that
awesome.
was Chris Walken though.
No, Phil Hartman was the voice of the Continental. It was never, he wasn't the Continental, but it was the voiceover. Like, the Continental.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure. That's a weird stretch, but sure. Did he have no other characters, really?
That was the one I went to because I saw one the other day.
I like Anal Retentive Chef.
I think that was like a one-time skit.
I still loved it. It was fucking great.
All right. So,
Unfrozen Caveman Lawyer.
no,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's the
okay,
one.
go ahead. What else? Yeah, go for it.
I'm done.
Most recently, he played the voice of game show host in the 1999 episode The Empress's Nightingale in the 1995 animated TV series Happily Ever After. Just to clarify that math, when I say the 1995 animated TV series, I mean that's when it started.
Okay.
And I don't know when it ended. Obviously after 1999.
Or during.
Or during, could have been, yes. But if you'd like to know any of that, you can see the full cast and crew at imdb.com, so go there for that. Okay, let's start the film.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ooh, all right.
I'm upset.
Okay.
Go on.
Rocks explode as Turbo Man and Booster fight the Dementor and his demon team. The villain makes his fist rocket, and then Turbo Man uses his Turbo Rang, and Dementor drops a kid off of a mountain and disappears in a puff of smoke. But Turbo Man uses his jetpack to rescue the kid and the president and his wife.
So,
And
Dementor-
this is a show they're watching. by the
yeah,
way.
I'm criticizing the show in the movie.
Okay, already, wow.
Dementor kidnaps the president and the kid and the wife.
Yeah.
Like, is that the first family? Or...
It seems like he kidnapped the president, his wife,
And a random
and
kid.
some other, yeah.
And, like, just some random kid.
Like Turbo Man's Jimmy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
And it's like, oh, of all the people you're going to threaten to throw off a cliff, it's the kid and not the
The
president.
president, yeah. Turbo Man's
Right.
Jimmy. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. It would make sense if then also the president was in danger at the same time. Like, are you going to save the president of
Yeah.
the world or one of your best friends? Who are you going to do?
And it's
What are you going to do, Spider-Man?
What are you going to do? Save this kid or not. What a moral dilemma for you, Turbo Man.
Oh, you saved him.
Well,
Puff of smoke.
Run downstairs. All right, so Jamie, the boy, watches with glee from home, and that's how TV shows work. He watches
Glee at home.
He watches, yeah, nothing to do with that show. He's watching Glee at home. The kid's gay. His dad's got a problem with it.
That's why he's always missing his recitals.
Jingle All The Way is actually a derogatory term towards gays. It's not. This is a really heartfelt film. It's terrible, folks. You're gonna hate it. No, he's watching TV, but he's got to go get ready for karate class. But he's like, well, why? What's the matter? My dad's not going to be there. And I was like, the kid's fucking 7, and he's disappointed by his parents already. Like I think he's got a memory of about 3 years, and he knows. Well, my dad's not going to deliver on his promises. No, sir. We go to the mattress store, which is already the opposite of like what we've been told, and he's the best worker. I presume owns it.
I'm astounded because it's like there's so many people. There's a big like holiday mattress store party going on.
Yeah, holiday party. Yeah,
it's a mattress store.
Yeah,
people get so tired from their holiday shopping.
No. I don't know. Well, maybe it was a mattress warehouse. But if it wasn't, I'm with you because when have you ever been in a mattress store and there was any more than one person working there?
You walk in and there's one sales guy.
Always.
And if he's not busy, it's awkward because then he tries to show you and you're like, let me just look around. He's like, oh, but what about... And you're like, no, just let me... And then he's like, all right, well, try this. And you lay on it for 3 seconds and you're like, yep, I can totally tell that I can sleep for 8 hours comfortably on this.
A mattress store is the only store you go into and you go, is it busy right now? No, I will come back. And you're like, no, never mind. When's your busy season? All right, we'll be back then. I'm going to be next door at, like, the King Cullen. Could you... The second somebody walks in this store, call me up and I'll come in. Yeah, I'll come back in.
When you're busy with someone else, let me know so I can come.
It wasn't busy when I was just in here, but if a second person comes in, now it is swamped completely. This one person can't handle this all.
It is, though.
It's true.
It's heavily swamped. Did they all buy mattresses recently? Or is this really a thing that happens? So... Yeah, Christmas party. You have a problem with it, that's fine. I got a problem with it already. At home, they're watching TV, they're getting ready.
Yeah.
Broad daylight outside.
Yep.
Broad daylight. Go to Howard's store, what's happening? Rocking around the alcohol. It's 9 p.m. somewhere. And they're acting like it's the middle of, like it's the perfect time to get drunk. It is not that point in between when kids come home from school and then go, like, that 2 hours before school or after school before your activities. That's where we are. But there's a Christmas party going on. People getting drunk and...
Hey, man, it's always Christmas time somewhere. Right?
Yeah, that's sure.
Eggnog and drinking.
Ugh. All right, fine. I get it. Let's move on.
That's what you do when you're an adult. You go, oh, wait, I can just get drunk anytime I want. Oh, they said we could get drunk at work? Yeah, let's just do that all day.
Actually, that's not... Growing up is realizing you could get drunk anytime you want. Being an adult is realizing, oh, no, you really can't.
Yeah.
Like, you... Physically, yes, but, like, socially? Nah.
No, that's not okay.
Does not work.
It's not... You could get drunk in the middle of the day, but it's the nap that comes afterwards that really screws you up.
And then how you feel for, like, the next 3 days.
All the appointments you missed and the kids you left in places you shouldn't have left. Are they all alcoholics, or is this just a bit? I don't know. So, his secretary reminds him, oh, your son's karate class, you gotta go, but he's selling mattresses. His wife calls him, it's like, the karate class, and he's like, yes, I'll be there, you're my number one customer. No, Liz, wait, you're not a prostitute. But if she
Wouldn't he be the prostitute? Because she's his number one customer?
Mm-hmm. It's very deep.
And she's a work-at-home mom, right?
Yeah.
Like, or a stay-at-home mom?
Yes.
Okay.
Very different thing.
So then this entire movie is bullshit. I just want to say.
Why
the
is that?
whole movie's bullshit.
Why?
Because she's like, hey, you know how I stay at home and don't do anything all day while our son goes to school? Yeah, you go get his Christmas presents. Bitch, I'm making the money. you go spend it.
Right?
Like, that's how it works.
They never mention her job.
No.
They never indicate that she does anything to make any sort of income or that she's too busy doing... Because the kid's got to go to school all day.
Yeah.
He's got... There's something
Rejecting
happening.
Phil Hartman is a full-time job.
It probably is. It probably is.
I mean,
yeah.
what's his character's name in this? Ted?
Yeah.
Ted, Pussy Magnet Malton.
Yeah.
Because he is all about... He's like, I'm divorced now, dick's out.
Yeah.
Who wants it?
That's like, yo, that's the second...
I've got just the tool. I'm like, what is this movie?
Yeah.
I don't remember any of this.
That's exactly. We go to the karate class, and that's exactly what happens. Mom's hit on him, and he's like, "What are you gonna do? The pussy loves me."
Yeah.
And like our mom from the story, she's like, "Ugh, that's gross." And I was like, "Is it really? Like, what?
I have a
He's
question.
not married. They're not married. Why is it gross,
How many single moms are in this town?
dude?"
Because the entire town is hitting on him.
See, I have a theory that Ted may have been breaking up relationships throughout the whole neighborhood, and it's just macking it on the whole town.
My theory is that this took place after the Gulf War, and that this entire town just took a bad hit.
There's no dads left.
Yeah.
Well, it was 96, so yeah, okay, yeah.
After the first
All
Gulf
right,
War,
sure.
like-
Hey, I mean, what's the other option? Marriages aren't working? Come on, that's not a possibility.
That's ridiculous.
Oh, get your head out of your ass and in the game and get ahead.
Get your head into some single mom asses.
And into my car. Oh, no. So, in Howard's car, he decides to avoid all the traffic that's causing him to be late by just driving onto the shoulder, and I'm going, like, oh, he's the asshole.
that guy. Oh, man.
Oh, my God. Oh. So, he immediately gets pulled over by a cop.
Which is also total bullshit.
Never happened.
Because, A, that guy never gets caught because the cop is never just sitting in traffic waiting.
No.
The cop is the one who goes, oh, I'll just ride on the shoulder. And then the other guy goes, oh, if the cop can do it, I can do it. And gets the idea.
Yeah, he goes, but if the cop can do it, I can do it. But let's wait a minute.
Oh, the other day, I'm driving to work, and, like, bumper to, like, bad traffic. And I was like, oh, shit, I'm going to be late. So I was like, let's try the HOV lane, right? So I pull into the HOV lane, and I'm cruising. I'm like, all right. And, you know, you're always a little bit nervous because, like, this is points. And
You're always a little bit nervous.
So, but, like, some other dude right in front of me did the same thing, like, single
Let's
guy in
go,
the car.
yeah.
Right, so I'm like, all right, here we go. Drive past the cop, and I was like, fuck. Maybe he didn't notice that it's just me. Pulls up behind me, and the lights go on, and I go, no! And then he pulls around me and gets the dude in front of me.
Oh, my God.
It was, I could have just started jerking off in traffic.
Yeah,
it was great.
dude. That was a much better story than this movie, I'll tell you that right now. So, yeah, Howard, he gets pulled over by a cop, and he's like, I'm in an office, I'm in a hurry. And he's like, yeah? Let's do everything I legally can to slow you down.
Okay, yep, that's a real cop.
Never mind, it's all real, folks.
Yeah, I totally believe it.
We go to the karate class, and Howard shows up. Oh, he didn't make it. So we go back home.
He shows up at like 11 p.m.
Yo, he was like...
Yeah, right?
The weirdest part was he showed up, and it was like, dude, even the janitors have gone home. Like, why would you even try to... I want to know how he got into the building. That's what I want to know. Why was the school still open at 11 p.m.? So whatever, he gets home, and he realizes his neighbor Ted is on his roof, Howard's roof, putting lights on his house.
Yep.
Which is odd, because Ted was at the recital, or the karate class, which probably ended like an hour beforehand,
Sure.
and yet that's like a 6-hour job to put lights up on the house.
Look, if you prepare yourself, and you put these hooks into your roof so that they're always up there, then you just gotta take the lights down. The hooks are always
My
up.
theory is he's been secretly going over there and putting up little by little without anyone noticing for
I
like
think
weeks.
he's been going out secretly and putting what you said, but with more sense.
Maybe Ted is just magical with his hands.
That I said that too. That was all in there. I'm the host. You guys don't remember that classic Howard Stern where he just cried for 8 hours? Because he was like, I hang out with Robin and Artie all day. Oh, wait, that's insulting to you guys. Never mind, sorry.
Wait, am I Robin?
Debate amongst yourselves. Go ahead.
I don't listen to Howard Stern, but do I just go Baba Booey? Is that...
No, that's his cast of legitimately retarded underlings.
Oh my god.
No, Artie is the fat alcoholic.
Oh,
Artie Lang.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Robin is the black woman.
Yes.
So, your choice, really. Whichever you guys want to be.
I'm
Robin.
not doing blackface.
Well,
You don't have to. You don't have to dress up. Fucking radio.
still has to be in the black.
you gotta get in character.
You gotta commit, bro. Come
You
on.
got Daniel Day-Lewis this shit.
Yeah. You know what? With that attitude, you don't get to play Robin. Start eating. You're gonna play Artie. Also do a little bit of heroin.
Just a little.
Just a little bit. He did a lot, but you're only playing a character. You're not like let's not go full Daniel Day with it, you know what I mean? I guess that would be Andy Kaufman with it. Let's not go Andy Kaufman with it. Yeah. Okay. All right. So where are we? Yes, Howard arrives at home. His neighbor's putting him. I don't even pay attention to the movie. Fucking Schwarzenegger does this thing that I fucking hate. I can't stand it. Which is where you pull into your driveway and then you press the brake and you put the car into park and you take the key out and you open the door and then you put your foot on the ground and then you take your other foot off the brake. I hate that when people do, like, that's the last thing they do before they get out of the car.
I did not notice that.
I noticed.
You must be an insane person.
Dude, because I fucking hate it. I hate it. When your key is out of the ignition, but your car's still going to move.
I can only assume that's developed out of a fear of...
My mother doing it every time we drive? Yeah,
as soon as you take the foot off the brake, the car starts rolling away.
That's what, yes.
So you want the foot right there,
Like-
so you can just go, ah!
You can Flintstone it, or jump out real quick.
Yeah, you jump out real quick.
That's just how they drive in Austria.
In Austria? Was my mother from Austria?
Oh, Arnold.
Oh, but my mother does it too, is what I'm saying.
Oh, shit.
She's also from...
She does have German in her blood, so. But yeah, I don't appreciate that shit. You take your fucking, like... What if the brake fails, and then you do have to jump out of the fucking car? Like, take your foot off the brake before you start letting people get out of the car. It's just... I think it's unsafe, is what I'm saying.
Welcome to the Pet Peeve podcast.
I am so upset. And I'm so upset that you guys aren't upset by it.
Check your mirrors, people, okay?
Can you believe he gets in the car, he doesn't even adjust his mirrors before he puts his seatbelt on? It's the craziest thing.
All I'm saying is still to this day there are people who drive in their cars and turn their head to look behind. You have mirrors, people. You can use those.
You have to do both.
You don't know.
Left,
you don't,
right, middle.
You
turn
don't
your
have
head.
to turn your head around. Those mirrors are there so you don't have to turn your head around.
Oh my God.
You can angle them in a way so you never have to turn your... The blind spot is a myth. Does he mean this, or is this a bit? I can't... So, all right, what are we doing? Howard gets home. His wife's like, you missed your son's karate class. I hate your guts. His son's like, you missed my karate class. I hate your guts. He goes up into his room. Howard's like, you got the belt. Oh, my God. How does it work? Whoa, karate master. And his son's like, I'm 8, and you've embarrassed me in my own room. He rolls his eyes like, I have to walk over here now.
Yeah, dude, it was
embarrassing. So... Jamie is like, look, you always make promises that you'll be there and you never are there, which is, we already know that that's a problem.
Yeah.
And he says this line, and I don't know if it was a joke or if it was just the way they worded it and didn't think about it, but I love it, which is they go, you missed purple. And he's like, oh, but I saw yellow. And he was like, but you missed blue. And he was like, you're right. I blew it. And I was like, he's like, yeah! Because they didn't even try to sell it, like, you're right, I really blew it. Wow, but Jamie, next time I'm like, was that a joke? Oh!
The problem is, like, Schwarzenegger isn't a native English speaker, so he doesn't understand.
So you wanted him to be like, I blew it. Elbow, nudge.
All right, so you're going to say in this one is, I blew it, and that's a pun because the color blue. Oh, okay, I get it. Oh, so you missed yellow. Yes, but you missed blue. Oh, you're right, the color blew it. No, you don't. You're not getting it, Arnold. You say blew it like you oh, okay. Okay, so I missed yellow. Oh, but you missed blue. Oh, I really blew out the candles on that one. No, Arnold. Whatever.
Up and at them.
First base. Oh wait, third base. What's the name of that guy on first? Yeah, Safe's his wife's name.
Because she keeps that pussy locked up tight.
Third base. That's it. It's at third base. Ta-da! Third base. So, blah, blah, blah. You missed all this shit. I know I keep making promises and I fail on them, but you know what? What if I did something to make you happy? Like, a promise. He's like, yeah, get me the Turbo Man action figure. He's like, okay, I promise you to get that thing, I promise.
This is great because he's such a bad dad, and the kid he's just a stupid kid. So he falls for it. Every time.
Oh, that poor fucking shit.
Dad, you never keep your promises. Okay, but this time I will. I promise.
I love you, Dad. You're the best daddy in the world. Oh, I love you too.
And then, like, he goes downstairs and brags about it.
Yeah.
He's like, honey, you won't believe it. He fucking bought it.
And then she's like, yeah, but did you buy it? He's like, the Turbo Man doll? Oh, no! I did not buy the doll. He's like, no, of course I did, with all the things he said. All those things that he just mentioned. I got the doll. And she's like, well, it's probably sold out by now. And he's like, oh, my God! So the next morning, it's Christmas Eve morning. He's like, I got to go to work to get the doll. Wink, wink.
Where is that accent going?
What?
I had to get that doll, man.
Oh, it's...
You know?
It's starting out as Schwarzenegger, and then I get lazy with it, so it goes into Jean-Claude Van Damme, and then I get
It's not Jean-Claude
and then I
Van
get
Damme.
even more lazier with it, so it goes into Cheech Marin impersonating a Mexican.
My only understanding of an Arnold Schwarzenegger impersonation is Will Sasso doing Arnold Schwarzenegger.
But there's also who I think Robert Smigel from Conan when he did
Yeah.
the voice. Oh my God, the Super Smash box office hit! Jingle all the way! So Christmas Eve morning, Howard leaves to get the doll, and Jamie's like, "You can't leave the parade," and he's like, "I promise." Mang. Outside, Howard is immediately attacked by a reindeer. Ted said he bought this for his son for Christmas. I don't understand how, but he did. And then later he plans to just abandon it in the woods after
Just leave
Christmas
it in the woods,
by the lake in the mountains. Hopefully, the deer there will take him into his own.
No,
that's not how
it's not
ecology
going to happen.
works. No.
That reindeer is dead.
Yeah.
An invasive species. All of a sudden, there's going to be like a whole flock of reindeer.
It's gonna eat all the frogs or
Yeah,
something weird. Like the reindeer is turning our frogs gay. Ted's like, "Oh, don't worry, I have a Turbo Man nestled safely under our tree."
That's a fucking awesome Hartman impression. I'm not gonna lie.
That's why I did Troy McClure. I'm good at Hartman. It's the characters Hartman does is I have to work on. And then we just have this what do you call it? Ned Flanders, nestled safely under our tree. Nestled safely under our tree. Nestled safely under our tree. So we go to the mall, and while we're waiting for the stores to open, Howard meets a postman named Myron, who is very disgruntled about all the pointless extra holiday
How
work he has to do.
disgruntled would you say he is? On a scale of 1 to Chris Brown, how angry is this postman
Well,
about
he didn't
everything?
punch his wife, so...
Well, we don't know
Oh,
that.
yeah, he doesn't punch his wife when he's home.
I don't.
Oh, yeah.
He's gotta.
He
he's
never
gotta
mentions
punch
his wife. He just mentions his son.
I never see the son. I think that toy's for him, and he's crazy. He's drinking round the clock. He's clearly not delivering these letters because they're all in his bag that he's just tossing around at whims.
Yes.
He's clearly gotten fired from his job as a postal carrier. He's drinking all the time, and he has no kid because his dad never got him this toy.
Yeah.
I'm out of here.
Mic drop.
Figured it out.
Yeah. Yeah, he talks a lot about the industrial media complex and all that sort of thing, yeah. I suppose now, like, literally during his introduction would be the best time to point out that Sinbad improv'd almost all of his lines.
Really?
Out of
Yep.
town. That's awesome.
And because of that, most of the responses to his lines were also kind of improv by Arnold. So
I I like Sinbad in this. I thought
I got no problem with Sinbad across the board. So.
Yeah, I was.
I don't know him personally. Maybe he does beat his wife. I don't know, so I shouldn't say across the board. I got no clue, but I'm sure he's fine, you know? I'm sure he's fine, yeah. If he beats his wife, I'm sure that he's fine. That's what I said just there.
Jimmy Time endorses wife beating.
No.
Man.
On this episode.
I'm just saying that in the event
I'm sure she had it coming, is all I'm saying
No,
about
I'm
National
sure,
Treasure.
I'm sure
Sinbad.
after he beat his wife, he was fine.
He was fine. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying he should have done it. I'm just
He
saying.
had to ice his knuckles for a little while, but he's fine now.
He's fine. He's fine. I don't know what happens. Every episode, they gain listeners, and then they just go away. Where do they go?
Oh wow, this isn't too bad. I mean, some of the jokes. Oh boy, wife beating. Oh boy, blackface. Oh boy,
Nazis. What? That didn't happen yet. Just wait. You just wait. So, the doors open. The owners are trampled.
Yeah.
Displays are destroyed.
dead.
Employees laugh directly in Howard and Myron's face when they're looking for Turbo Man dolls, even though there are literal displays behind them filled with Turbo Man. You can physically see them throughout the whole scene.
Really?
There are displays behind them filled with Turbo Man dolls. When they go, hey, this guy's looking for a Turbo Man doll, and the lady goes, ha ha ha, that customer lady comes in, she's holding a Turbo Man doll.
Are you sure she's not holding his sidekick?
Oh, Booster?
No, because all of the other action figures say their name on the box. So Booster says Booster.
Well, maybe it was like regular, not deluxe Turbo Man.
Oh, well, then he's just being a greedy asshole. I mean, it's right there. It's right there. But yeah, they laugh in his face, and after he like grabs him by the neck, he's like, "What do you think about my muscle?" No, he doesn't say that. He grabs him by the neck, and they're like, "Oh, I just remembered the last lady who bought one went that way," and he's like, "Ah!"
So, how laughable, we're going to laugh in your face because there couldn't possibly be any Turbo Mans.
Yeah.
But, I just remembered, we just sold the last one 10
it was
seconds
on
ago.
layaway.
Yeah. And so after he tells them that that lady just took the last Turbo Man doll, they go, "Let's run after her." And Myron pushes Howard into a Turbo Man display, and all the Turbo Man dolls fall over, and they get knocked over. Yeah, and they go down. Like, I was just like, are you kidding me? Everyone in this movie has tunnel vision. They can't see outside of their immediate line of sight. Howard at the beginning with "You're my number one customer, even though you're my wife." Oh, I forgot. Yeah. Oh, you don't keep promises. Well, then I'll promise to keep my promises.
Yeah.
Like, it's just,
Okay, Dad, that sounds good.
yeah, flawless logic, Pa.
Well, golly, Pop.
Yeah, you can't say Pa without him being like orphans or like,
I picture him wearing overalls.
or I was gonna say orphans or Andy Griffith characters.
Well, shucks, Pa.
Even though that's not, I don't think they talk that way. Like,
Oh, yes, they did.
not well, how boy, howdy. They're more like, well, I don't know about that down there.
All across the...
Yeah.
You made sure to cover every single one there. I appreciate that.
One day I'm going to tell you guys that this podcast is just a demo reel for my voice. One day I'll let you guys know that. It's not going to be today, but... So, yeah, Howard gets pushed into Turbo Man dolls. He grabs a toy from a kid. It's a remote control car. He uses it to trip Myron. He falls.
Store's been open for 3.5 minutes.
Wrecked.
Already destroyed. This kid's got a remote control car
We
out.
obviously just ripped the package open.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just everything's destroyed. I love that, how you mentioned that, because this is supposed to be like a, look at it, like, oh, people, this is the way people shop during the holidays and Black Friday, and like, but now it's just, this is how people shop.
Yeah.
All day, every day,
This is-
all the time, everywhere you go. Midnight on a Tuesday, 8 a.m. on a Wednesday, it doesn't matter. This is still how they shop. So we go outside. Howard chases down the lady. Did you guys have this scene when you watched it? Howard goes outside. He sees the lady. He's like, "Oh, the lady with the bag. I want to buy your bag from you." And he's like, "You want to buy my bag?"
Oh, no.
Don't you want my number?
Yeah, don't you want my number?
Yeah.
Did you not get that? Okay, I didn't realize this until after I watched it. There's two versions. The theatrical version and the Holiday Family Fun version that originally appeared on ABC Family. They added in a few more scenes, I guess all the deleted scenes. So this scene is... Howard runs outside from the store, goes to a lady, goes, "Oh, you lady, I want your toy, I want your bag, I want your bag." She goes, "Oh, really? From me? Why? What did you want that?" And it's Yardley Smith,
Yeah.
Smith, Bart.
From The
Yeah.
Simpsons, yeah.
Like, oh shit, that's her. Okay, cool. And she's like, okay, he's like, I'll pay triple the price. And she's like, well, if that's what you want, and if you want my number later, let me know. Ooh, And he's like, yes, okay, I got it, great. And he takes it out of the bag and goes, booster? I do not want booster. And I love it because then he goes, and throws it in the garbage.
Yeah, there's this whole running thing. Booster is shit on in this entire movie, dude.
Though, to be fair, based on what the actor playing Booster says at the end, I'm fine with it.
Oh, booger.
So, yeah. So he has a perfect good toy. He throws it out in the garbage. Then he sees the lady in the car. He goes, lady, and she goes, and drives away, speeds away. I just want to point this out because of how fucking wrong it is. IMDb lists in its trivia section that this lady is Carrie Fisher, but it is so very clearly not. Like, it is the most obviously not her. Okay, next we have a driving montage. Howard drives past neon signs and laughing. Like, this is such an old school cliche thing. Yeah. We get home. Ted enters. His mom is making cookies. Mom and kids are in the living room. Ted hits on mom, and she's like, "Oh, relax, go take a shower, it'll be fine." And she goes and takes a shower. Later, Howard calls, and Ted answers. He's like, "Oh my god, these cookies! Oh, Howard,
put the cookie down!"
And he's like, "Yeah, Howard's like, I'll be late." And he's like, "All right, I'll tell your wife." And hangs up.
It's too good.
Should I just contact their family and be like, I can impersonate your dad for the rest of your life if you want? Too far. That was the one that lost the ball. So
yeah,
that was the one that lost just the McClure family listening.
That was all.
Just the McClure family.
Yep, the cartoon character family. Yeah. Come on, give me one more chance to disrespect them. I got this, you guys. I got this. So on the street, Myron catches up with Howard, and he's like, "Oh, let's team up, peace. I didn't mean to beat you, but it's, the lay of the land, the law, whatever." I don't think he says those words, but he's like, "Let's team up. Peace and let's team up." And Howard's like, "I don't want to team up." And Myron's like, "Oh, race card!
Yep.
It's Rodney King, because of this and that, and all that other stuff." But immediately, once that happens, some guy runs through the street. They got a late shipment of Turbo Man! And he just runs through the street. Everyone scatters. Howard backs his car up into a parked cop bike, and it's the same cop from earlier, and Myron laughs, he drives away. And I was like, all right, first off, I don't know if you noticed this, but to start off, both Myron and Howard were parked in a no parking zone.
Wow.
So they should have gotten tickets already.
Yes.
But second off, there's no way that cop was parked illegally.
Are you telling me that cops don't always follow the law that they try to enforce?
Dude, he pulled in to a parallel parking
He parked on a handicapped person.
Yeah, pretty much.
And was like, okay, yeah, that's fine.
He raped my wife with his parking.
With his bike.
Yeah.
He just pulled up, parked inside of her.
So, Mall of America. Man uses a toy public address system to inform the people that there will be a lottery drawn to see who gets a Turbo Man doll. Also, because of supply and demand, the price just doubled. Yeah, evil. Though to be fair, I would have tripled it.
Yeah.
I would have probably tripled. I would double. Nah, son. The law of supply and demand is real high at this point. One house, please. Overwhelmed employees, they throw the balls in the air. Patrons, they wrestle for the ball. Myron maces Howard. Howard goes, "He's got two!" and tackle him.
People, including there's a guy who has balls in his hand. He's like, "Get him!"
Punches him with a fistful of balls.
They tackle him to the ground. They see only one ball just starts flowing away. They're like, "No, fuck this guy still," and they just keep going after him.
The rage involved in these people.
I just love how Sinbad's like, Rodney King. We
start beating him down. He goes, plays a race card again. The ball bounces away. Howard chases it across the mall and lands in...
What year did Rodney King happen?
92?
2 or 3,
Oh,
something
okay.
like that.
So it's been a few. I was going to say,
it's okay.
They're making jokes pretty quick.
Well, I mean, it's been longer, but I was going to say, they're making a 9/11 movie. A movie literally called 9/11.
Yeah, but I don't think it's a comedy.
Whoopie Goldberg's in it.
I know.
Charlie Sheen's
in
it.
All I want to do is
Louise
Photoshop
Guzman's
out.
in it.
I'm so mad my laptop's broken because I just want to Photoshop out Whoopi Goldberg and put actual, Bill Goldberg in it and just...
Why?
I don't know, it'd be fucked up.
Okay. In an avant-garde sort of way, I guess. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, ball goes across the mall. Howard chases it. The ball lands and blew my mind. I thought it landed in a very autistic boy's lap. Turns out it was an incredibly normal girl. I was like, man, that's 96. We have an autistic kid. No, that was a normal, average child.
No, it wasn't.
No, it was. It was a normal, average child with a very unfortunate haircut. It was the worst hair. I've never seen a girl with a bowl cut, but she had one, and it was embarrassing.
I'm astounded that Arnold was like, oh, little girl. I was like, really? That was your guess?
Yeah. That was the only way I realized it was a girl.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, yeah, I guess it is kind of in the eyes and the chin.
I guess it's kind of...
Well,
it's a human.
A thing.
Little human.
All right, don't throw it out. So the kid has the ball and she swallows it, and Howard tries to get the ball back and also stop the child from permanently choking until death. And every parent within a 30-block radius beats him to death and calls him a pervert.
That's the two things I really love about the scene. One is that kid's dead.
Oh,
now she's just drowning in a fucking pool of balls.
You're not going to find her.
No, that kid's not going to be found till that store's closed till the 27th, probably. They're going to find her decaying body.
I'm going to hit you with math, son. The human body decays in 2 days straight.
Everyone knows the average human in a ball pit decays a little bit quicker.
She's going to be a skeleton with a yellow ball in its mouth.
We know the bacteria content in average ball pits means.
By the way, that ball was a winner. It got a Turbo Man doll.
Yes, that's the only... is I know, ma'am, I'm sorry to let you know we found your daughter's body.
She's unfortunately she died of asphyxiation. I'm so sorry.
Good.
However,
Turbo. Hey, guys, we can't all race for the same joke, even though I told them that's what we're going to do in the beginning.
Oh yeah, sorry. The other thing I like about that scene is the super cliche of the women fighting back with their shopping bags.
Oh, and their purses and all that.
Let's beat them with our purse. Back in the 90s, when the only crime for sexually harassing a child was getting beat on by a purse.
Yes. Although, to be fair, all women carried bricks in their purses back then, so it was a little iffy. So, yeah, he walks away, and, get out of here. Okay, I'm not the pervert. And they get away, and Santa's like, hey, buddy, looking for a Turbo Man doll? And it's
bad Belushi.
The bad.
So accurate.
Was it the third one? No, so it's the only one.
Oh, it's two.
Well,
you got John.
And he's dead, so he's not around anymore, is he? So it's the only Belushi.
How much does that suck where...
The wrong Belushi.
For 30 years, everyone's like, why did you have to live?
Yeah.
Apologies.
I mean, to be fair, people feel like that about Randy Quaid, and his brother's still alive. Like...
You gonna make another vacation movie? That's great.
Oh, boy. Cousin Eddie. Another Christmas vacation. Can't wait.
Still getting work.
So, Elf shows him a picture. Yeah, we got the doll. Today's newspaper. Howard's reluctant, but Santa kind of bullies him into it.
Yeah.
He's like, you're a con man. And he's like, yeah, well, you're a bad father. You didn't get his kid a Christmas gift, so what do you want? And he's like, oh, I want the doll. Okay. Howard's like, all right, and they drive to the warehouse.
They drive in his car.
Yes. In Howard's car, yeah. And it's funny because, like, the elf is like, oh, is this leather? And he's like, don't touch nothing! Ah! And Santa's like, hey, that's Santa's helper! Don't do that to him! And I was like, oh, so now we have a man with a severe mental disability who can only feel normal at Christmas time. Because he really believes he's Santa. Because he keeps saying, oh, listen, buddy. My name's not Buddy, it's Santa!
Respect.
Respect
Santa. Yeah.
Respect Santa.
The suit.
Respect his suit, respect his helpers.
It's the only time of the year he gets any respect.
Yeah, well, that's the irony, is he wants the real respect of a fictional character. Like, how much respect can you really get?
Fictional? What?
Wait, what?
I've broken my own mind. We go to the Santa warehouse. Santa gives a secret knock. That's not it. And the password, I'm not giving you the secret password either. And we enter a warehouse with Santas and elves, and they're all moving merchandise and smoking and counting money. And again, this is
what
also
are they
very old.
Like, are they making the toys there? Because it's definitely cheaper to outsource to China.
It's gotta be. Like,
I get your con men, but you're doing this wrong. Like, it's definitely cheaper to, like, ship in illegally made, like...
It's got whatever it was that the Foot Gang was doing in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 when they... Oh, no, that was number 1, when they tricked Danny into joining the gang, and they're like, oh, I'll take cigarettes from you and sell them to you, and you sell them to me, and we all make a profit. And you're like, that can't be how that works. There's no way that's how that works.
So I'll buy the cigarettes for $20, and I'll sell it to him for $20, and he'll sell it to you. And we just all made $20 and got cigarettes.
Capitalism.
It's the weirdest, like, I just didn't make any sense. And it's the same thing. Whatever that is, that's what these Santas are doing.
I don't want to be insensitive towards little people, but, like, I mean, is that really it? Like, oh, you look forward to that one time a year where you can get work as Santa's elves, and that's it. Like,
I mean, I'd argue with you, but yeah, that's real life, dude.
Otherwise, you're just a social outcast who's... Everyone goes, oh, look, that guy, he's half a person.
Do I bend down to talk to him, or like, is that rude?
You got 2 jobs. You could be Santa's elf or R2-D2, and Kenny Baker's got R2-D2 on lock. So.
Also, he died, and then they went to CGI.
Oh, he died?
Did he die?
I know 3PO is alive, right?
Once again, the wrong one is still alive. Oh, man. All right, well, whatever. That's not important. So, Jim Belushi Santa Claus claims that what they're doing is for the kids, and they sing a song called The Little Boy That Santa Claus Forgot. Oh, no, you don't agree with that?
That didn't happen.
I'll have you know that is a real song by Nat King Cole. Mm-hmm. Also, we'll be singing it later on in the episode.
Oh.
So, Howard pays $300 for a broken foreign Turbo Man doll. And he calls him a con man, and they fight. And I don't know how big of fans you guys are of Arrested Development, but Santa Jim Belushi goes, oh, what's the matter? You're a chicken? And he's like, beep, 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 beep. And he makes like a rooster thing and jumps around in a circle, and it's just like, oh, he's clearly part of the Bluth family. Like, it's the worst rooster ever. But chicken, no, let's fight. So they fight, and Big Show and Mini-Me fight the Terminator. That's what happens.
Big Show was Jack, too. That was back when he was just the giant, right?
You know what's scary is he's more jacked now.
Yeah.
He got into better shape than he did. Yeah,
absolutely. He's like 380 now instead of 500.
That's
probably
and he's
less than.
He's still 6 or 7, whatever, 4. So that's just.
I remember being like, oh, I feel bad for Big Show because he's gonna die like Andre very soon, and he's still alive.
You know what? I think that's what he thought too.
Yeah.
Like, oh boy.
Yeah, it was one of those things where he's like, oh, wait, I am going to die, like, really soon. Maybe I should, I don't know.
Wait a minute.
Stop eating as much.
Andre the Giant was a real guy?
Yeah.
That's going to happen to me? I got to fix that. All right, so let's keep going. They fight. I don't know if you guys noticed this. I like this. There was a ninja Santa with like nunchucks.
The candy cane
First
nunchucks.
I had to point this out because it's so dumb. Nunchucks are considered a lethal weapon in the UK, so that was edited out.
Huh.
Yeah.
Wow.
So Michelangelo has like a comm unit, or so he has some that isn't nunchucks. Like, it's so weird. But yeah, the ninja, he's like wah 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 with the nunchucks, and Howard goes, shut up, and punches him. Clean out. He's dead. So everyone fights. Santa fight. Police show up. They raid the building. Howard uses an undercover badge to impersonate police officers, and
they fall for it.
You're all terrible. This is the worst operation I've ever seen. Goodbye forever.
He needs to go to jail.
Dude.
He needs to be imprisoned.
Like, before this he did, but now, yes. Federally, yes. So Howard safely drives away, and once he gets to a bridge, his car breaks down, and he has to push it home.
It doesn't just break. He runs out of gas. Like,
yeah.
And he's like, no, not now. And it's like, oh, well, you didn't stop and fill up gas. Like, how inept is this guy? He just can't do anything.
Well, I thought one of the weird parts was he's on, like, a bridge driving away from them. He's still looking behind him, like, are they following me? Like, extreme tunnel vision this man has.
Yeah, runs out of gas, then pushes it, presumably for miles, uphill.
Pushes it to a diner. We go home. Outside of the home, everyone in the town is marveling over the reindeer that Ted's son, or Ted got for his son. Johnny, Ted's son, suggests that Jamie's dad, Howard, maybe he'll get better after he gets a divorce, like my dad did. Ted, and how Jamie's like, ugh.
Just get divorced. It'll solve all your problems.
I thought it was weird that, because they're like, oh, reindeer. Hey, what's the reindeer's name? And he's like, it's named Ted after my dad. And everyone's like, aw. And he's like, well, maybe your dad will get better after he gets a divorce. And they're like, why is Jamie leaving? I don't understand.
Isn't that funny how...
We were all just standing here silently.
Funny how that works. It's like, oh, well, maybe your relationship will get better if you guys just get married. Oh, well, maybe things will get better if you guys just have a kid. Oh, maybe things will get better if you guys just get divorced.
Oh, maybe nobody knows what the fuck they're doing. It's like, life is like juggling, but when you throw the ball up, it might come down a chainsaw. That's basically what it is. Also, you don't know how to juggle. That's basically what life is right
Keep
there.
hoping you'll learn as you go.
Yeah.
But you're running out of hands and limbs.
And every time you throw the ball up, and a pin comes down. Throw the pin up, and a seal comes down. Throw the seal up, a chainsaw comes down. I throw the chainsaw up, a wife comes down. Hey, that's not so bad.
I guess I'll get married and have a kid.
Throw the wife up. She's angry at you. Throw her up. Divorce.
Oh boy, alimony.
It takes half your chainsaws and your seals.
Yeah, exactly. I promise you that analogy was not lost at any time. It was a perfect analogy. So Jamie runs inside and gets a phone. He picks up the phone because his dad's calling him. He's like, put on your mother. And he's like, oh, Dad, you're going to be at the parade because I want to go to the parade and everyone's going to be at the parade and I like parades and you said parade and parade and parade.
Shut the fuck up, Jamie!
Yeah. And
you a mistake.
Yeah. And he's like, you never live up to your promises! And hangs up the phone and runs away. And the mom's like, why'd I marry this guy?
Oh, because he looks like Arnold.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That whole,
discounts at the mattress store.
Shit.
What else?
Yeah, I love, this is like a bit of a spoiler, but I love that throughout the whole movie, Howard's a garbage monster. And then at the end, he shows up in the Turbo Man suit, and she's like, oh, what's up, Howard? Yo, let me hug you and kiss you for a while. Like,
no, I mean, we wanted a second kid, right?
Yeah, right? Twins, right? So, we get to the dining car. Well, we're in the dining car. Anyway, Myron's also there. He's like, peace, let's drink together, we'll talk about it. They talk about being a father. And Howard's like, oh, I can't believe he hates me. 1 year I built the clubhouse, and he loved me. And Myron's like, yeah, but now he hates you, and he's going to need therapy, man. And he's like, don't say that. And he's like, no, because my dad was supposed to get me the Johnny OMA gun, blah, blah, blah. Apparently a real gun, by the way. Real toy.
Really?
Yeah, apparently. And he does, again, this might be something that you didn't have in there, where he does the whole commercial. Johnny M.A., it's a rocket launcher, too. It's a pistol, too. It's
an anti-tank gun.
And he does the whole, all 7 of them. And he's like, my dad didn't get that for me, and I hated him ever since. And now that I am in my current situation of an overworked, underappreciated father, I had no time recognize the irony of my situation. Nope, not at all. I still hate the shit out of my father. I'll drink. And Howard is like, oh my God, my son might become a sad alcoholic government worker. All right, so whatever. Jamie's going to need therapy. Some other people are as well after that. They are interrupted by the radio station, or the radio, saying that the radio station is going to have Turbo Man dolls. And I don't know if you noticed this, but I love it when they go, are you saying you're looking for a Turbo Man doll on the radio station? Myron goes, huh? What? And looks in his bottle of alcohol. Again, that's one of the, they just keep doing these old cliche things, but they're not bad. I like them. So the two of them were like, yeah, and they wrestle like, no, I'm going to be the one to call first. I'm going to be the one to call first, because the first caller who can name all 8 reindeer gets it. And they're like, and they break the phone.
I watched the movie earlier today, and I don't, Dasher, Dancer, Prancer,
Donner, Cupid, Vixen, Blitzen.
Leonardo, Michelangelo, Huey, Dewey.
And Louie.
And, no. That's all I know.
Donald Jr., the one with the face that's kind of crooked.
That's Eric.
Oh, shit. Yeah, that's the one.
That's also Donald Jr.
Tall blonde with no soul.
Donald Jr.
Shorter, wider blonde with no soul.
That's somehow also Donald Jr.
I was talking about the daughters.
That's all Donald Jr. I was all described Donald Jr.
He just puts on different costumes.
Yeah, the one with the teeth. No, that's Donald Jr. The no chin, Donald Jr.
That's Donald trying to remember his kid's name. He can't. The one with the teeth.
Well, go get Chinless. Bring him in here. The The one we didn't give braces. Him. Bring him in here. The one with the fake hair. No, not the extensions. The whole hair's fake. Oh, that's me. Never mind. Guys, stop fighting in my diner. The station's just 2 blocks down on Wabasha. Okay, let's run. They run. Howard arrives, and some idiot tries to name all 8 reindeer. Tito,
Jermaine,
Janet.
I like that.
It's awful. It's Paul, Ringo. You know what I thought about this joke yesterday, and I still didn't write down a group of people to name. I didn't write one, and I'm just grasping at air.
We couldn't find one thing with 8 people in it.
No. Luke and Han, Chewie,
Chewbacca, R2, C-3PO, I guess throw Ben Kenobi in there.
Legolas, and
Gandalf.
Right? Come on.
How many dwarves were there in the fucking Hobbit? 12?
Flash, Reverse Flash.
Reverse Flash. Zoom, who's somehow not the Reverse Flash, even though he's clearly the Reverse Flash.
He's Inverse Flash.
Yeah. You got Vibe, and then you got the... Nah, that's a whole...
I stopped watching that. I gave up.
The Flash out.
Yeah. Because it's like, oh my god, Barry, you're the fastest man alive. Please don't travel back in time. It can cause trouble. Okay, I won't. Oops, I did.
Uh-oh, I
changed
did the
stuff,
exact, yeah.
And now this guy's faster than me. Oh, well, we'll never stop him. Oh, we stopped him. I'll travel back in time again.
Dude, look, if your show's about time travel, you just gotta buckle in for the ride. Like, that's the only way I've been watching Doctor Who for all these years. You just gotta shut up and go, yep, sure. Sure.
All right, whatever.
Doctor Who is a strange, strange beast. One episode, you can be like, wow, that was some riveting television. The next, I think we were talking about this. There's cat nuns rolling around. I'm like, what am I watching?
Probably, on this podcast, we're probably talking about it. It's all just Bill and Ted's. How are we gonna get into this locked cage? Well, after we complete everything, we'll go back in time and put the key right here. Oh, there it is! Great, yeah!
Yeah, perfect.
But how are you gonna finish it if you can't open the key? Shut up!
Yeah.
We'll figure it out. Quick, air guitar.
Next scene, go. So, the DJ calls the police, or the disc jockey, because DJ could be a real name. The disc jockey calls the police. I don't want to confuse anybody. The DJ,
The DJ at the radio station. Oh, it might just be the guy named DJ. Right.
I wouldn't want to confuse anybody.
Yeah.
The disc jockey, that's nobody's name. We're good there. He calls the police as Howard kicks in the glass door, but Myron shows up with a homemade explosive device. However, regardless of any of that, it turns out that the winner doesn't get a Turbo Man doll. He just gets a certificate that allows him to get a Turbo Man doll later once stores are adequately stocked.
How useful.
Yeah, really. So cops arrive. Everybody scatters. One of the cops is the same cop from earlier, and he's the one who catches Howard, and they're like, oh, we got you, blah. And Myron's like, bah, I got a bomb, everybody back up, homemade explosive device. Crazy, what? Back up. And everyone backs up, and they all leave. And then that cop from before is like, I was on the bomb squad for 10 years. This isn't a bomb. Blows up. We see, Howard and Myron outside of the building. The block shakes.
Yeah.
We go back inside. Everyone is fine except the cop's covered in soot.
Not even the walls.
He basically just got Daffy Duck.
Yeah.
His beak didn't even get turned around the wrong way.
No.
It was a bit Hudson Hawk.
His hands got turned the wrong way around, because later we see him and they're wrapped up.
Yeah.
So his hands are backwards.
Oh, man. Wouldn't it be great if, they just went, I know it's a kid's movie, but, he just had, fucking
stubs?
The beginning of Tropic Thunder.
No,
when his hands get blown up and they're just, banana peels with blood coming out.
That would be the opposite of great. Banana peels.
That's...
Oh, my God.
The peels, no banana?
No.
Just the peels.
Yeah.
That's the part that blew away.
The banana part got exploded.
So we go back to the diner, because Howard is returning for the car that was abandoned there when he ran away. With gas, by the way. He also has gas.
Oh,
somehow,
good. Yeah.
in between running away from police, he went, stop at this gas station, fill her up.
Makes sense.
But his car is completely stripped of parts. I'm surprised there's an engine in there.
Yeah.
It's empty. I don't know if you guys noticed, but it said Merry Christmas on the windshield.
Yeah.
MERIXMAS.
Ugh.
What are you going to do? So, another deleted scene, which is Howard tests out apologies on the lady tow truck driver as she drives him home. You didn't get that?
Nope.
No. He's just like, oh, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to do it. And he's like, or she's like, why don't you just give her your balls? And he's like, I didn't mean to, but it is what it is. And he's like, a little softer. And, it's just comedy, if you want to call it that. I'd like to point out that tow companies are not that nice. They do not drive you home. You have to pay for that. If they will do it at all.
Well, it's not like they were dropping the car,
No, they drove Howard
dropped
home
him off and then
his
took the car
away.
Yeah.
They don't do that. That's
No.
not a thing.
Good. You take a taxi.
You have to bribe the driver for that to happen. So we go home. We got about a half hour left, so hang in there. Anyway, Howard sees Ted putting a star in the tree, and he's like, oh, this justifies all my revenge in stealing a present from a child. And he immediately goes into Ted's house and steals the Turbo Man nestled safely under a tree. And he takes the toy and goes out the back door because there's carolers in front. Although, in order to go to the back door, he has to pass in front of the carolers.
Yeah.
In front of the window.
And, crouches down.
But not crouches down.
But crouches down to the point where it's just his head in front of the window.
Crouches down in a way where it's easier to see him because he can't move as fast, and it's doubly awkward. If you just saw a human shadow quickly pass the window, you'd go, oh, somebody walked by. But to see just a head float above the hedges, because that's the window went beneath the hedges, and that's how tall it is. Anyway.
You just assume he's not wearing any pants, and this is just awkward.
There's the midget without pants in that house.
There's a midget without pants.
So yeah, he realizes Howard is like, oh, I'm stealing a toy from a child for the third time. I can't do it this time because, I know him and he might find out. So he goes to put the toy back inside, but then he realizes there's a reindeer in the backyard and goes, and the reindeer chases him inside, and they run around the house and they knock things over. They knock the black wise men into the fire, making this movie a hate crime.
Oh, yeah.
and he's like, oh my God, fire! He closes the door, traps the reindeer. He's like, fire! Stomps it out, kicks the head out the window, terrorizes the carolers.
Extra hate crime.
Yep.
Double hate crime.
So Mom and Ted see, and they come in. Also, while that's happening, Mom and Ted are like, oh, look, carolers, and they go and they watch, and Ted puts his arm around her, and she's like,
kind of wiggles out of it, yeah.
I'm dancing awkwardly. I still technically haven't denied any of your advances at all.
Yeah, why is she...
She, throughout this
likes
whole
the attention.
movie, Ted hits on her, and she never goes, no. She never even goes I don't think so, Ted. She always just goes, And then when he looks away, she's like, ugh.
It all depends on how Christmas turns out. If Howard is a complete disappointment for Christmas, moving next door with Ted.
No, I believe that because Mom and Ted catch Howard, they run inside, and they're like, what are you doing? Howard's like, I can explain. And she's like, you know what? I'm sick of your lies. I don't want to hear it anymore. Ted, can you take me? And I go, that's divorce proceeding.
Yeah.
I'll call your goddamn lawyer, Howard. That is move number one, is call your lawyer.
You signed a prenup? Oh, you didn't sign a prenup?
Ooh.
Have they both been divorced, or is it just a bit they're doing? So,
well...
But, hang on.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, different thing. Okay, different
No, this thing.
Oh, no, I thought you meant the divorce thing. Anyway.
So, they leave.
Yeah, they go to the wherever.
Ted is totally fine that there's a fire that just happened in his apartment, and that the reindeer was just knocked unconscious.
No, that didn't happen.
Oh, that didn't happen.
That happens
okay.
after he leaves.
But still, there's a fire that just happened.
But on top of
He's
that,
about to get pussy.
That's true.
The window broke.
Oh, yeah.
He didn't even put newspaper or a trash bag on that.
He was like, let's go.
Yeah.
Gotta catch this parade.
He's like, she's warmed up. Let's
window,
go.
wife. Which one is worth it? I know my house will be cold, but I know something that's warm. So, after Mom and Ted leave, the reindeer breaks the door, and Howard punches him clean in the face, out unconscious.
Animal abuse.
Yeah. I also thought it was weird because after Mom's like, I'm sick of your thought, blah, blah, blah. Can you take me, Ted? And Ted goes, you can't bench press your way out of this one, Howard.
What the hell was that?
And I was like, first off, that's the only time they mentioned his strength. And I thought it was weird that the only time they mentioned his strength, what does he use that strength for? To cold cock a caribou. It's dead. So what, you guys agree with me where that caribou's dead and the rest of this film is a death hallucination by the caribou?
I was wondering where we could work it in.
Yeah, unfortunately, I figured out working it in, but it's like 4 times in a row at the end. Like,
yeah,
at the end, it's like, well,
it's way at the end.
dead. Yeah, so we go to the car, and on the way to the parade, Jamie's like, do you think Dad's gonna come? And Mom's like, don't count on it.
Don't count on it. This is new Dad.
Yeah, new Dad's gonna come everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, gross. And then Johnny's like, don't worry, my dad will be there for you always. And I was like, gross. We go back to the backyard, and Howard is drinking a beer with a puppet reindeer. And it's a little hard to see, but it's a puppet.
Yeah.
Howard realizes, oh my God, I should start keeping my promises.
I promise this time.
I promised to myself that I will stop impersonating Jean-Claude Van Damme when I think of Arnold Schwarzenegger.
It was going into Borat territory. I promised to myself.
I was watching him earlier, so. Very nice. Merry Christmas. Happy Jesus times.
Get to the chopper.
Yes. Fly away. At the parade, we see a bunch of famous characters. Sonic, the Tick, Gumby, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. The Cat in the Hat, which caused Jamie and Johnny to high-five.
Yeah, that was...
Cat in the Hat! Yeah! All right!
I'm not going to lie. At their age, if I saw Clifford the Big Red Dog, I would have lost my shit.
I don't know if I've ever seen something, been excited, turned to a friend and high-five.
Yeah, I don't know.
That is false. I remember once you and I seeing a person fall flat on their face and you and I high-fiving about it.
Okay.
They fell flat on their face, and in a moment of pure ecstasy, you and I were like, yeah! And had like a Rocky 3, like, moment.
Oh, you guys are the villain of this film. Oh, man. Wow.
I stand corrected.
Yeah, immediately. You were proven otherwise. Okay, so Howard takes a cab to the parade, immediately abandons it when he gets to traffic. Ted tries to comfort Mom, who, like, it seems like recently cried or something like that. That is not a deleted scene. It is not in the film. But just cut to Mom having already cried or something like that. Maybe Ted beat her. I don't know.
Well, she's coming to the harsh realization that Howard was the breadwinner and things might get tough for a while.
That's what oh my God, I just realized. Ted lives off alimony. I can't marry him.
Oh, and then if he's living off alimony, as soon as she marries him, the alimony stops.
That's true.
And then she won't get alimony from him either, so that's their both
Oh, man, they're...
No
double jeopardy.
A house husband and a housewife. How are they going to make it in this world? A new sitcom on CBS.
Well, one of them can't get a job. No. Welfare.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, Ted pulls Mom close, and she's like, ever since the Labor Day party, and... Wait, has that happened yet? Yeah, ever since the Labor Day party, you asked me how to marinate ahi tuna, and I said, all you need is salad dressing. That's when I've been attracted to you.
Ooh, yeah.
And Mom's like, what? You're attracted to me? I was like, you're the dumbest lady ever.
No, she's just playing. She's doing the, what? I never realized you had feelings for me.
Yeah.
Really?
So, what does she do when he tries to kiss her? Beats him in the head with a coffee mug.
It was non-alcoholic eggnog.
Oh, is that what it was?
And I think it's bullshit because I guarantee he was trying to spike her drink. Like, here, have some non-alcoholic eggnog. It'll really calm you down.
It'll really calm you down.
It'll really loosen you up.
Loose.
It'll put you in the middle of a sassy sandwich.
Who's the other
I don't know.
slice of bread?
It'll put me in the middle of a sassy sandwich. You're both pieces of bread. All right, whatever. So, somebody's doing something. Oh, actually, before that happens, she sarcastically plays along, and Howard sees this, and he goes to run towards them, but then the cop is like, I'll chase you for no reason. Get over here, you.
Well, not for no reason.
Oh, no, right, I
He's
forgot.
accessory to, I don't know.
Terrorism?
Yeah, terrorism.
Yeah, that's right.
But this is pre-9/11.
But I forgot. That's not why he chases him. He chases him because Howard runs into him and makes him spill his coffee. That's why he chases him. That was the reason. Also, it was so stupid. The guy with the broken, taped-up hands, what do? Oh, you sent him to get the hot coffee.
You telling me a cop
like,
had his
wow.
hands blown up and he's not using his unlimited sick time?
That was my first thought. First off, why is he on the job? Is he the poorest man in the history of America?
Look, we all know how cops work. He'd be filing his workman's comp claim, taking his unlimited sick time.
Although I do hear cops don't get paid as well outside of New York, so...
Oh, yeah.
That's probably it, yeah.
This takes place in some fake city.
I'm pretty sure cops outside of New York do not get paid $90,000 a year.
If you're a cop making under $90,000 a year, contact us.
Or go fuck yourself. Because that's how we and the government feels. I'll just delete that. I don't like what I said there. It wasn't a joke. It wasn't a statement. I don't believe in it. I'm not behind it.
I'll cut that out. But you'll forget. And it'll still be
It'll
in.
still be in there. We're in the last eshos of the Kafala. Yep, 2 words.
Those aren't
None of
words.
them are real.
That you'll leave in, though.
Oh, yeah. Really? You guys remember that episode they did? It was really good, but at the end, it fell apart hard. Like, it fell apart really, really
I
hard.
just started saying words like echelons and haberboos and...
It was as if the entire crew both lost their script and got stage fright.
You're out of order!
You can't handle the truth, Ma! What?
What?
Is that a movie? You can't take our freedom, but you can take a free copy of my new book. Is it a bit, or is the show really falling apart? I don't know anymore. I'm kind of worried.
New episode title. Is it a bit?
Is it a bit?
No, they're just like that.
Oh, that's how they are. Their parents are sad.
Welcome to the Disappointment Podcast.
It's only got 6 listeners, and they all hate it.
and they're gonna stop listening as soon as they realize, oh, I'm still subscribed to that when the new episode comes out.
Okay, so whatever. Ted gets hit with coffee. The cop chases Howard. The cop chases Howard. Howard steps to the left real quick, and the cop runs into a parked bus. He's the most incompetent police officer.
To be fair, his hands are hurt. So,
Oh yeah.
you know. Give
So
him a
whatever.
break.
Howard runs away from him into some warehouse. They're like, "Are you the guy?" He's like, "They're like, you gotta be the guy." They put him in a Turbo Man costume.
Undress him, then properly dress him.
Redress him. Makes sense in the story because they're like, "Oh, by the way, we just want to say thanks for filling in on such short notice for that other guy who died." But it's okay. He didn't die. He's showing brain activity.
Yeah, he's got brain activity, so that's great.
So you'll be fine. Yeah, don't worry about it. Get out there. This is when we get Booster, who's like, "Come on, I'm sweating like a dog in a Chinese restaurant." And I'm like,
Oh,
fucking
boy.
God, really?
Booger.
That was the third most racist towards Asian part of the movie.
There's more? Oh, God. So, yeah, they go out on the float, and you're Turbo Man and Booster, it's a parade. Like, wow! Waving for 2.5 straight minutes. Just waving
Have you never seen a parade?
at a parade. No, I know, I've seen a parade, but I don't want to waste this movie time on that. I'm not saying, oh, they wave for 2.5. No, screen time. 2 minutes and 30 seconds of
cutaways.
Howard waving, Booster waving, the kids waving back at that. It's just talking about padding for time.
Let me just say this. One thing that struck me that I just didn't remember at all as a kid was how Turbo Man and his design is Red Tornado the superhero from DC Comics.
Okay, cool, because I read on IMDb and I was like, that doesn't make any sense. They were like, it's modeled after The Flash. And I was like, have you seen The Flash?
Yeah.
It's just...
I think it's because Turbo Man has like a lightning bolt on his chest, so that's why like,
it's a big golden tee. It's a red suit, golden tee with a freaking lightning bolt up here.
Oh, there's the lightning.
And
that's where it was.
Red Tornado is a red suit with a gold tee with a fucking lightning bolt right
he has
there.
a lightning bolt
It's
too?
identical.
Oh my
Turbo
God.
Man's got a visor. Listen, for those watching at home, in your mansions and penthouses, because obviously you're subscribed to this, take a minute.
Or your dog's mansions and your dog's penthouses.
Take a minute from your
obviously-
hookers and blow, and Google image Red Tornado. It's identical.
It is. The only
How do they not get sued?
Dude, I don't know. It's probably because they got permission, because in the film, Jamie has like Fantastic Four mural on his wall, and he's got Marvel sheets and stuff like that, and so there.
So
must
then
have been...
DC should really sue them.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Marvel. Yeah, that's not. Oh shit. Yeah, they probably should.
Motherfucker, we'll be in touch.
I just read something too where it was like some kindergarten thing was like, we'll paint superheroes on our walls, and I think Marvel...
Cease and desist.
Yeah, Marvel was like, cease and desist, ass. Oh no, maybe it was Disney.
Well, Disney owns Marvel.
Yeah, they own
Well,
everything
before
now.
that, though. Because then Universal was like, nah, you can paint Huckleberry Finn and all those, I don't know, Huckleberry Hound.
Huckleberry?
Look, guys, I don't like literature or cartoons, so... I'm not up on any of that.
Welcome to the adventures of Huckleberry Finn and Huckleberry Hound.
The most racist duo in all of cartoons and literature.
I want to make a joke, but I can't without saying the N-word. Like, that's what all that joke was predicated on.
Yeah.
That whole... All right, so 2 minutes straight of waving, and they go, all right, who we... Oh, they go, I'll pick somebody to get the Turbo Man doll. He's like, what? He's like, the script that you were supposed to have read? He's like, okay, whatever. And he picks a doll, and they're like, yeah, the doll. And he's like, now pick a kid. And he's like, what? And they're like, a kid. He's like, oh. Like, he just doesn't, no matter what you say to him, he's like, I can do what now?
I just love how when he gets the toy, he's just like, yes, I did it, yes,
Christmas!
Like he's holding up a severed head of his enemy.
Ah! The postman! So, yeah. Pick a kid. And he's like, all right, I pick you. And then Jamie and Johnny like, it's me. And he's like, I pick you, Jamie Langston. That kid right there, whoever you are. And everyone's just like, did you sign up for something? No, I didn't sign up for anything. Nobody signed up for anything? Well, let's let him go anyway.
Yeah.
And they let their only son go on a float with a stranger. Sure, he might get free stuff.
Oh, great, he won.
So, oh yeah, you get the yeah. Hey, the Dementor's showing up any second. What? All right. Suddenly, Myron shows up as the Dementor because the actor who played the Dementor got punched out by Myron. Assaulted his way into the job, yeah.
Because somehow Myron knew that this whole shtick was going on.
Of course he
knew
did.
the Dementor was waiting up there, knew that he could...
Has to be a caribou's death dream. So...
It's the only way.
The only explanation. Booster is upset because nobody is sticking to the script. Myron punches him clean off the float.
He's a real professional.
And the children murder him.
The children, they stomp him to death, and this is where we get the classic line that some people think happens, some people say doesn't, which is, they go, oh yeah, you suck, Booster, we don't like you, fag!
Oh, I missed that.
I missed that completely.
As they stomp him, some kid goes, we don't like you, fag! But supposedly they say something else, whatever. It's kind of like in Roger Rabbit, where supposedly Donald Duck
Goddamn
calls
stupid.
him the N-word, yeah.
I need to rewatch that movie.
Oh, you know when Donald Duck and Daffy Duck are playing the piano?
Oh,
When he goes,
I didn't hear about that.
Allegedly he
Supposedly
says
God
stupid
darn
nitwit.
Stupid.
Nitwit.
Oh, nitwit. Okay,
But,
because Daffy Duck's black, racism.
yeah. Different N-word.
Daffy Duck's not black.
He literally is black.
Yeah, I don't.
He's the color black.
The only other option.
Oh,
Like,
so I'm racist.
Yes.
no, I mean, yeah, you are white.
What?
Oh God, it's self-aware. Myron gets kicked off the float. No, Myron punches Booster off the float, stops death by children. Rest of the movie is his death dream. Myron shoots his real fist at Turbo Man. And it punches him in the face.
And then magnetizes back.
And it comes back. And he's like,
works.
yeah, look at that. My hand still works. It didn't get ripped off. The demon team attack Turbo Man. Jamie kicks Myron in the nuts. But Myron still runs after Jamie up a ladder onto a roof, up like a metal frame Christmas tree display. Like,
totally fine.
Getting hit in the nuts did not affect him at all. Mm-mm. I punched myself in the nuts earlier today, and I had to sit down for 2 minutes. Like, the key wouldn't come out of the fucking doorknob. So, Turbo Man. Let me use my jetpack. Rockets away. Oh no, he hits the emergency cutoff switch that they mentioned before when they were running through lines. So he falls to his death, and the rest of this movie is his death dream. I told you, it happened like 8, like boom, 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 death dream, death dream, death dream. I'm just like, wow. In a horrible stunt gone wrong at the Macy's parade today, several watchers along with the performer was liquefied when a stunt gone wrong. Like, oh man, we flew like to the stratosphere.
I don't know. I was like 10 when this movie came out, and even then it bothered me that he had a working like jetpack beyond like military technology.
Oh yeah,
dude,
straight rocketeer.
Even all that shit. How did a mattress store owner perfectly pilot a jetpack?
Good thing his body type was the exact specifications of that.
Yeah, really, yeah.
A gigantic Austrian man who is literally like on Earth today is still like one of the largest human beings around. But thankfully, in this small town, he fit perfectly to Turbo Man's specifications.
So he recovers from the cutoff switch, flies around, crashes through a family's home.
Yep.
Then crashes into a wall.
Doesn't die.
No, it's totally fine.
Isn't turned into
or does, and this is another
SpaghettiOs.
death dream.
Yeah.
Good. Another one. So he recovers, and instead of flying, he just takes out his turbo ring and throws it at Myron, who at this point has the Turbo Man doll. He's like, I got it, I'm the winner, yay, I did it.
Still dangling.
Still not as safe at all. Technically dangling with only one hand now, because he's got to hold the Turbo Man doll. Can't get off. So Myron gets hit with a turbo ring. He falls to safety in like a giant present. Is immediately held at gunpoint by all the cops, so not too safe. Jamie starts to fall, but Turbo Man, Jamie! Catches him at the last second with the rocket pack. Jamie's returned to safety. He wishes his dad was here, but he is! And he loves you! Oh my god!
Aww.
Ted shows up, finally recovered from getting hit in the head
with eggnog.
With the eggnog, and he goes, "What's going on?" And he goes, "Oh look, Jamie's dad is Turbo Man." And he goes, "Let's get out of here!" Runs away because
he somehow thinks he's the real
Turbo Man. Yeah, wasn't afraid of the strong man before. Now that he's a fake superhero, terrified.
But he's the real fake superhero.
He wants the real respect of the fictional character.
Looks like he can bench press his way out of this one.
Oh! Give me this mic. Nobody drop it. Sorry. No, that's all right. Sorry, folks.
Yeah, this movie could pretty much just be called Local Man Ruins Christmas for multiple people in town.
Local man thinks wrestling is real? Is that what it is? It's just...
Still real to me, damn it!
That's what it is. Local man thinks Turbo Man is real.
Yep.
So everyone goes back to safety. My dad, he loves us. Ted and Johnny leave in fear. This is probably something you may not have had at the end of your version, Delta. Actually, this part is, which is Jamie is like, wait, stop, don't take him to jail yet. Here, you can have my toy. I don't need it anymore. My real dad's the Turbo Man. And I'm like, well, that's evidence now. He's not giving that to his kid. You just destroyed a toy, basically. Yeah.
You might as well just throw that in the garbage.
Yeah, and they're like, oh, yeah, we did it, yay. And then Turbo Man waves to the crowd, and it fades out.
Yeah.
But then it fades
end.
back. No, well, that's the end for you.
Oh.
After the credits, which is, it immediately fades back in for, I guess, me and Huge. Mm-hmm. Howard puts the star on the tree. Everyone claps, yay, you did it, yay. And then Jamie walks away, and Mom's like, you went through a real bunch of trouble today to get to get Jamie that gift. And I was just wondering, considering you went through so much trouble, all that trouble. What'd you get me? Oh! And yeah,
he just punches it right in the nose.
Yeah, so that was the film. Hooray! All right, so yeah, let's.
All because of a toy.
Could you make a sequel? Yeah, I know, like all because of a fucking toy.
I was curious. Do any of you guys remember there being like a super hot Christmas toy from when you were growing up, where everyone was just going nuts?
I mean, there have been. I wrote down a bunch.
Yeah, I mean, I remember Furbies. I remember
the Tickle Me Elmo.
That's actually after 96.
The Tickle Me Elmo.
Tickle Me Elmo was 97.
I know.
Furby was 98.
The Power Rangers. Power Rangers were clearly the inspiration for this.
Oh, absolutely.
So I'm pretty sure
those little
the Turbo Man boxes, like they released.
Strangely enough, no. But again, I have all this in the Why Would You Make This? If you want to just hold off for a second, if we could. No, all right, then we'll do it right now. So why would you make this? Because this story is based on the 1980s shopping craze over the Cabbage Patch Dolls, except that's what IMDb says, not the writer who said something absolutely different. At this point, don't fucking trust IMDb, because according to the writer, he went out to get a Buzz Lightyear toy for his kid in the Christmas of 95 and went, I gotta write a fucking film about this.
Oh.
So that's what it's about. But even so, I'm sure it's, as you guys were saying, about... Transformers or Nintendo or Game Boy or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or Super Nintendo or the Barbie, the Barbie Dream House or the Talk Boy or Beanie Babies or Power Rangers or Buzz Lightyear and that everything I just listed was before 96.
Tamagotchi.
Wow. So there's still Tamagotchi is like 99. Like it just keeps.
They brought them back.
It wasn't as popular.
Well, now you can put it on your phone.
Oh shit! What the fuck?
Oh, I bought one. Why would I?
Yeah.
I bought one yesterday.
It's on my eBay watch list right now. I'm not going to lie.
I can't imagine how much money you'd make if you went to the Tamagotchi people and went, you guys know you can make an app, right? Like, one of the guys would immediately shoot themselves. They would go, oh, I can't handle
That's the
it.
length of your business meeting with the Tamagotchi people. Pencil me in for 2:30. I'll be home by 2:31.
Lazy. I just hold my phone and go, you lazy assholes.
You know it's an app, right? All right.
But yeah, it was based off all those crazes. The writer, who was named Randy Kornfeld, wrote 3 action movies that I presume... Oh, no, excuse me. Wrote 1 action movie that I presume you've never heard of, as I haven't. 3 TV movie thrillers, and then wrote this, and then wrote 8-Legged Freaks.
Oh, wow, really?
So, yeah, that's the guy we're working with. It's a guy who wrote action thrillers, and then, hey, I'll try my hand at family comedy. So, if it's just kind of like, well, all over the place. The director was Brian Levant. He directed things like Beethoven, The Flintstones, and Viva Rock Vegas, Snow Dogs, Are We There Yet? But he also wrote things, I wanted to point it out, like Still the Beaver, and the new Leave It to Beaver, and the Leave It to Beaver movie they made in 97.
So he wrote Leave It to Beaver stuff.
Yeah. Also, he wrote and produced Puchinsky, which is something we did. We put on YouTube. It's a very, very short-lived television series. I think only had a pilot about a cop who was played by the dad from Everybody Loves Raymond.
Fats Wallace.
Ray Romano?
No, that's Ray Romano. The dad from Everybody Loves
Raymond.
Raymond.
His dad.
Yeah. Peter? No. Gallagher? No.
That's a whole different show.
That was I said Peter and I went it was wrong and then I continued.
Jerry Stiller.
That's the dad on King of Queens.
And Seinfeld.
Also, it's Ben Stiller's real dad.
Played by him. That guy.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't think of anything. He played Father Time in the Santa Claus 3.
Wow, what a tribute.
The only thing... Oh! He played Frankenstein, a young Frankenstein.
Peter Sellers.
See, I knew it was Peter. Is it Sellers?
No, it's not Peter Sellers. No. Oh my God. He's a famous actor.
This is the last 30 minutes of the podcast, just us figuring out this game.
And not realizing that we all have the internet and the power to pause at any time. Peter Weller. No, that's RoboCop.
That's RoboCop.
And Batman.
Peter Pan. Peter.
That guy.
Yeah.
I got his picture right here, but I can't.
Oh my god.
Peter Boyle.
Peter Boyle.
I was way off.
I was going to Frampton next.
Yeah, Peter Frampton. Now here's the real question. Why did I bring that name up? Contact us on Facebook and Twitter if you know. No. It was that guy, David Letman, wrote Pruczynski, which is a pilot starring Peter Boyle, who dies, turns into a talking dog, and then his rookie partner has to deal with that. It was only one episode. It was awful. The puppetry was awful. And there's a video about it on YouTube by us. You can check it out. But yeah, those are the things he wrote and directed. So that's what we were getting with in the director's side of it. From the writer's side of it, and also the guy who wrote Eight-Legged Freaks. That's what we were getting. And before he was good enough to write Eight-Legged Freaks.
He had to work up to it.
He had to work towards it, yeah. Oh, man. But most importantly, the thing that we've all been talking about is I don't remember any toys. Where's all the toys? Arnold Schwarzenegger signed on for this film in February, so it only shot in about 6.5 months. Oh, no, excuse me. It shot quickly, and they only had 6.5 months available for merchandising.
Oh.
So instead of a year-long deal of, where's this toy? What, are you going to get this toy? It took a while. And then on top of that, they only had things like the Turbo Man dolls, the 13.5 replicas that were $25 apparently. That's way too much, yeah.
$1996.
And then another toy that didn't appear in the film, which was a West Coast exclusive, the Turbo Man Time Racer vehicle. Which is why I said give him a time-traveling vehicle in the opening. Yeah. It all, trust me, if there's anything I say that you go, that makes no fucking sense, wait around.
Eventually,
for the last 30 seconds.
Yeah. End. So yeah, there was no like promotional tie-ins for drinks or toys or shows or anything like that. It was just the action figure and the thing he sat in.
And a car, which he didn't appear
That's
in.
what a thing is a car, yeah.
It's a chair with wheels.
Ironically, despite that, a lot of critics wrote, "Oh, this is clearly just a cash-in for the toy." Like, it's just being cynical assholes back then. Yeah, numbers say that there was roughly 200,000 Turbo Man toys being made, which was less than Space Jam or 101 Dalmatian toys, which were also coming out that year. Which, yeah, I can see you guys going, oh, they made Space Jam and 101 Dalmatian toys? Yeah, I have them. I can show them to you later.
Space Jam toys, I remember.
I have those,
I
yes.
remember those.
The 101 Dalmatian figurines were literally dolls where one of their paws may have been opposable, and there's 101 of them. Which, no, I'm sorry, there's 105 of them, because the two adults and the owners of the dogs.
Now, this is
105 figures if you like one show you like, one movie.
Are there actually 101 Dalmatians in 101 Dalmatians?
I mean, I've never stopped and counted them, but if you want to
This one's got a dot over his right eye.
If you want to unleash a bombshell on the fucking internet, you start counting them, dude, because people will attack Disney with pitchforks if they find out there's not really 101 Dalmatians.
Listen, guys, I just found out there's actually only 96 of them.
People were so fucking insane when they were doing like little tiny bits of Star Wars Episode 8 that were released, and they showed a picture of Kylo Ren and a scar was in a different place than it would have been from the end of 7. And so everyone's like, and the director's like, all right, I'm sorry.
I'll fix it, please.
Yeah. It's getting to the point where you're like, I don't want a franchise.
Yeah, I don't even want to make shit anymore. People just complain.
Give me a good cult classic. Like, you can make a living off of, like, you know, nobody fans that only go to your meetings in Jersey.
I think that's called being a pro wrestler. You make it to the WWE, and then you go, well, I'll just go to
just do a thing in Jersey.
Do a bunch of indie stuff in Jersey.
You do this thing where you go, oh, you want to book me on Tuesday? Okay, I'll be there. If I can call 4 of the promoters and also get booked on their shows.
On Tuesday.
And then I'll only show up for my match, and that's it.
They'll like my 8x10s, right? they'll remember that I was on SmackDown for the fall of 2003. Yeah. Here's me getting kicked by Kenzo Suzuki. Who's Kenzo Suzuki, you say? Well,
another guy that's not famous yet.
Well, where you going?
Come back.
This is me getting my shoulders counted by Billy Kidman. Who's Billy Kidman, you say? Well, where you going?
No, not from WCW, no. So, what do we got left? Oh, some games. All right. Could you make a sequel?
Fuck no, and I tried.
You did? You really tried?
Because I knew this movie by heart,
Yeah.
but just in case, I was like, just in case there's something I missed, which there's a million things I missed. Half this movie I didn't remember.
There's a lot of weird shit going on. Yeah.
I rewatched it this morning while I had in the background muted Face Off, which was hilarious, because Face Off is a horrible movie, and I didn't remember half of Face Off, and I was like, what the fuck is this? Why is John Travolta licking his daughter?
When he brushes her fucking dead hand across his fucking wife's face, and she's like, oh, only one asshole does that shit.
So I've got that on the background on the TV as I'm watching it on my computer. Also, you told me the other day, I was like, oh, Jingle All The Way, nice. And you're like, yeah, it's not on Netflix, it's on like Hulu, whatever you said.
Sure.
I type it in, full movie, and it comes up Hallmark.com. So I'm like, oh, great. So I go to Hallmark.com, and it's like, full movie, Jingle All The Way.
Get the fuck out of here.
I click the button,
Yeah.
and it's an animated feature about a guy named Jingle who's restoring peace to his small town.
Oh, boy, I didn't know that. Oh, man.
So I watched that for a few minutes.
No.
And nothing to report there. But
Oh, okay.
I don't know where I was going with this. But
Just the many reasons as to why you could not create a sequel, apparently.
oh, I tried. There's nothing. Because if you try and do it now, it's over. There's no him looking in the phone book at different toy stores and calling.
Yeah,
and
there's no driving around. There's
none
no-
of that.
yeah.
There's just
It's
like him buying it on Amazon.
It's a montage of him clicking and scrolling websites and going,
What's that thing? A video game? I'll just get you the digital download.
yeah.
I'll buy you Xbox Live.
That's not, yeah.
Right now, there's a hot toy that's coming out in September. Super Nintendo Classic. Right? Can't wait. I have an app on my phone that alerts me via text, via email, to 2 different emails, and if I'm on my laptop, it has a desktop alert.
Boom, yeah.
Like an alarm clock, like beep,
Sure.
beep, beep, that says, oh, Best Buy has pre-orders up. And then I click, and it's done.
And you still won't get it.
And I still don't get it. But I haven't.
Nintendo's making 3 of them.
This time, they said they're going to make more, so 6.
Well, I mean, 3 is more than 2, yeah. Okay, so you didn't have a sequel. Delta, did you have a sequel?
The only thing I could come up with was you fast forward to the point where, what's Jake Lloyd's name?
Jamie.
Jamie has his own son, and you do some kind of gimmick where, okay, now Jamie's son is at the age where he needs whatever the hot new Tickle Me Elmo, yada yada. Arnold's trying to tell him, no, remember?
It's probably a Tickle Me Daddy toy, considering how fucked up kids are these days.
Yeah.
Do you know what one of the hot new games is, like, on the, not like a real, like, AAA game, but one of the hot new, like, lesser games is? Hot daddy dating, where you, as a hot daddy, date other hot daddies.
I just heard about that today.
It's way too popular.
Well, I know the game was developed by, like, some dudes, some YouTube guys,
Sure.
so it somehow, like, it's gonna get picked up by every streamer and blah, blah, blah.
Absolutely.
Oh, man.
They're gonna
All
make
right.
$1 million.
But whatever, yeah, you have a,
But yeah, I mean, it's basically gonna be Jamie forgets the lesson he learned as a kid, where it's mainly more important, and Arnold's like, no, it's about family and not these other things.
does that, like, is he in the whole movie, or does Jamie go through a bunch of shit, and then at the end, Grandpa shows up? Like, it's like, oh, Christmas Eve, and Grandpa shows up.
Grandpa
He's
shows up.
like, and he's like, oh, don't you remember?
Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay.
Grandpa shows up. He's a Terminator who's old because he was sent further back in time, and then the Terminator aged. And
Dun, 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 dun. Grandpa! Dun, 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 dun. Ew, he's naked again.
oh, he's just been naked this whole time. Grandpa, he's like the old guys at the gym.
Okay. So, my sequel. Just to make you guys feel a little bit better, there is a sequel called Jingle All The Way 2.
Sorry,
And it is about Larry the Cable Guy, who has to compete with his wife's new husband to get his daughter the big Christmas. Like, basically, it's the same movie, but Sinbad is married to the mom. Like, it's the same thing. But there's no Ted, and Sinbad is married to the mom, and they got divorced. Like, it's... You understand what I'm saying, or is that more confusing? You just nod. He's looking at me like I just murdered a puppy plate Papa Po. I'm hungry.
So Sinbad's in it?
No.
Thank you.
No. Santino Marella is in it.
Oh my
As
God.
the Sinbad character? He's the new husband?
Yeah, he's the new funny-talking other guy.
Got it.
I don't know what he does in it, to be honest. I don't know. I just know that it's Larry the Cable Guy, and the story is...
And he has a speaking
Larry the
role.
Cable Guy, yes,
I'm out.
has to get a toy for his daughter, while her stepdad also did blah, blah, blah. So that's what they did. What I did is Howard decides to sell his mattress business and become full-time Turbo Man actor. But when they learn that he isn't the actor that they thought he was, they have to train him really quick before the filming deadline, otherwise the show's going to be canceled. So you get to see things like fast-forward flying lessons and speech lessons and gadget training and hiding from his wife and...
Hiding from his
Because
wife.
I quit my business to become an actor. Is that really fucking something that you're going to be okay with?
I
Yeah.
haven't eaten in 3 days. Oh, gotta hide.
Yeah,
Turbo Man away.
Yeah. The cop from earlier, or from the movie.
He's
from this
still
movie,
alive?
He retires and becomes security for the movie lot.
Okay.
Oh,
So, like,
okay. Martin Mull, the DJ radio,
Yep.
or the radio DJ, he quits his job and follows his first passion, photography. But he's a shitty photographer, so he becomes a paparazzi. And he's trying to get the new scoop on the Turbo Man movie. So he's in it. But who's keeping him out of the loop?
Sinbad.
Sinbad, because the cop feels bad because he knows the story, so he feels bad. He's like, "Oh, let me give you a job at security." So he's like, "What? Ain't nobody getting past me! Best security guard in the world!" And whatever Sinbad stuff is, and him and Martin Mull do comedy, and Sinbad's like, "Oh, wife, look over here! It's not your husband. It's a crazy man. It's crazy. Look over here!" And he helps Howard and stuff like that. So everybody's friends, and it's happy, and it's like she'll tell the wife that I'm a famous star, and he's also doing it because he's like, "Oh, maybe if I become Turbo Man, Jamie will be like he'll be like, yeah. But Jamie's like, Dad, I'm
over Turbo
I'm kind of
Man.
over Turbo Man. Yeah,
I like the Ranger power folks now.
But at the end, he pulls it together. He makes the film. It all goes well. And then at the premiere, his family comes. They're like, I can't believe this is you. And the son's like, but Turbo Man. And then like, whoever, fucking Fitty Wap or some famous actor or...
That's your go-to?
Dude, I am so out of the loop.
That's your go-to?
I just saw a video where he danced with a woman at his concert, but she wasn't dancing, she was the signer.
She was the signer, yeah.
I felt so bad for him. It's like, she's at all of the concerts. Like, did you not notice? I'm pretty sure you're paying for her. Like, whatever. But yeah, some famous person will be at the premiere and be like, "Oh, yo, Turbo Man, my kid loves you. What up, dude?" And all that stuff. And they'll be like, "This is your son? Cool, here's an autograph, kid. You got a great dad." And he leaves. And then Jamie's like, "You can help me meet famous people. I love you, Dad." And Howard's like, "I mean, the kids are going to be kids, so long he's happy. It's just one of those, like, what are you going to do?" Yeah.
Garbage kid.
Yeah, look, kids are garbage, but it's my kid, and so long as he's happy, I think it'll work. I think
it's my garbage.
Yeah, that's what it is. I know my stink shits, but it's my stink, and it's my shit. And words.
Skidoo.
Skidoosh. I have a game called Opinions and Assholes that we used to play. You guys want to play that real quick?
Hey,
or are you tired?
I don't know it, so I'm ready.
Do this. Oh, you've never done this before? Mm-hmm. Oh, we have to fucking do it then. Okay, Opinions and Assholes, which is I take reviews from Amazon, and we decide if it's a genuine opinion or if this guy's a fucking asshole. Okay, so number one, this is titled Not My Favorite by Diana Renfrow. I like to tell people this was made in December 2012, maybe sometimes references.
Oh, man.
So they might not know, they might, something happened and whatever, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't always play into it. I just let people know in case. Not what Christmas is all about, truthfully. Family likes it, especially my son when he was younger. Christmas is about Jesus. 1 out of 5 stars.
Asshole.
Ah! Fucking how do you not know this movie has no Jesus in
I
it?
wish that 2 days later the apocalypse did happen on the 21st of 2012.
Yeah. well, the world's going to end in a few days. Better watch all these Christmas movies. Make sure that Jesus is in them. He'll be mighty pissed off if he ain't.
You think they were mad that the Christmas Eve parade in the movie was called, like...
Holiday, winter, whatever.
Yeah, holiday, winter, Festmas. Starting their war on Christmas.
Maybe. They probably... I mean, why wouldn't they be when you think about it? All right, next one is called Jingle All The Way to Hell, Baby, by the Ibanez Kid? Sure, whatever. This was made in December of last year. A busy father is willing to do anything, including lying, murder, stealing, evading police, B&E, hit and run, and many more whimsical, illegal things to get a toy for his son on Christmas. Lucky for Arnold, blowing someone up leads to a hilarious soot-filled face. Ha! Watching this movie as an adult was a bad idea.
We could have just saved everyone the 2 hours and just had this little snippet of a review.
Don't tell them that!
So what you want to do is you just want to skip?
Why do people keep telling everyone to skip my...
I'll go opinion.
Yeah, you think that's an opinion?
Yeah.
That's a legit opinion.
I think he's a fucking asshole because Howard didn't murder anyone and he didn't blow anyone up.
Look.
It's not lucky for him. It wasn't his fault.
Details. I think he's just summarizing the movie.
Okay.
Luckily for you, that's how this game works. We're going to give him a D for details.
Yeah. You've never played the game O&A before? The answer is rarely O or A. It is often many other letters.
To give you an idea, one out of the many times we played this game, one time we spelled space.
So we're starting with D. Oh no, this is the second
We
one.
got A, D.
A, D, yeah. And then this last one is called Old Men That Bought This on My Account Would Like Me to Give This 5 stars, but since that's ... which I presume means there was more to the title, but it cut it off, by a customer on November 2015, yeah. The 4 highest, high AF, which means as fuck. So the 4 highest fuck 29-year-old men that bought this on my account would like me to give this 10 stars, but since that's not an option, they'll have to settle for 5. Thanks for entertaining them while we waited for their pizza. 5 out of 5 stars. Just in case that's not clear, they didn't buy this movie like on account of him. They bought this movie using his account, and he's for that. Everyone's an asshole.
I'm giving that a P and an F for Pizza Frog.
Pizza Frog?
Fraud. Fraud.
So,
Frog.
wait, we gave the last one a D for what?
Details.
Details. I want to give this one a D for depressing, because they called 29-year-olds old men.
Dude, that's 100% why I put this in here. 29, I'm like, I'm older than that. I'm old as fuck.
Yeah, old men.
Oh, yeah. It wasn't not for the men, the old men.
Old men. Oh, 29 years old. I might as well fucking get a walker
Get
some
and just
Depends.
fucking shit my
I
pants.
should go buy Metamucil and just
My
complain about the weather.
AARP card is in the mail.
Yeah.
Newspapers. Okay, so we spelled ad. No, we spelled ADD, which is what we had during this entire podcast. Wow. Again, is it a bit, or is it really this haphazard, this show? So, next time, please join us along with Robin Curtis, Don Stark, and Hulk Hogan for the 1996 comedy Santa with Muscles, which I'd like to point out, because I did not know that this is what the film is about. It is about an evil millionaire who believes he is Santa Claus after an accident renders him amnesiac.
How many movies is the plot Amnesia?
I mean, it's a good plot. It's a really
It is a good
it's
plot.
what happens.
Have you seen Overboard, where Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn? Amnesia? That's fucking gold. It's
I was
classic.
going to say, I've seen Going Overboard with Adam Sandler.
No.
It's awful. It's not good. Don't.
Totally different.
No, this one, Overboard, is about how Kurt Russell he does some work. He redoes the closet for a rich woman on a yacht.
Yes.
And she's like, no, I ain't paying you. And then she falls overboard and gets amnesia. And he's like, okay, well, I'll just kidnap you and have you raise my kids.
Yes.
Yeah. You're my wife.
And she's like, I guess you're my kids.
Yeah.
You don't look like me.
I
but...
hate you and everyone around, but, I mean, why shouldn't I trust everyone?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what that is about. VictorProWrestling.com. Do you have any idea when your next show is?
October 28th.
Oh,
yeah, way the fucking
that's a
October.
while.
I don't know if they're gonna change it and add another one, but I know, like, we've already sold out, like, the whole front row for October, which is insane. I don't buy anything that far in advance. But apparently people were like, yeah, alright, whatever. So, we've sold tickets already.
I mean... What, 3-4 months away? Do you have any idea what you're doing? Do you have any clue about what's happening?
Nope, no clue. My last match was a blindfold match against Fighter Cat.
And that was for a title, right? And you lost,
I
so
lost,
that's
yeah.
presumably the end of that.
I don't know.
But yeah, again...
There's going to be a costume contest with a cash prize. I'll tell you that.
Is it work?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
It's legit. You heard it here first.
Go to VictorProWrestling.com for tickets and all the information on that. You can go to WWYMT.com for all things Why Would You Make This? You can download and listen to episodes for free. Also, we're available on iTunes and Google Play. We have a YouTube where there's clips and puppets and other stuff. The Puchinsky thing we just said. There'll be some more stuff. I know I say that every episode. There'll be more stuff. It's
coming.
It's getting closer and closer and closer and closer. There's things written. There's puppets made. There's sets built. It's just putting them all together in one location and filling it. Do you have anything?
You always say that.
I don't know.
You're like, do you suddenly have?
Do you?
I
don't want to sound like. Do you have anything? You go, no, I don't have. It's like,
I'll always have the same things.
Okay.
Which is not much.
Nothing at all.
You can check me out on the Twitter, or Instagram, or Tumblr, at Chronically Enfeebled. So do that.
That's it. You want to promote your brother's comic?
Oh, I mean, obviously you're going to want to go to Social Caterpillar Press. Social Caterpillar Press.
Yeah.
This is 40, Volume 2, or maybe Issue 2. You can ask him. He'll know.
He'll know.
Just came out. World Cocoon's fantastic stuff.
What is it exactly?
He's got his own mini comics going on, and they are fantastic. He just posted a picture today on the Instagrams all over the webs. That's
Are they panels or are they stories?
He's
just...
well. I don't want to say because he might have other things coming. But I've seen panels, but he always has more.
Like like a Dilbert, so to speak, where it's just the one and that's the story.
Well, yes, but then he'll have other stuff too. That's just
okay.
like a whole mini comic that's, let's say, like.
Oh, he does have a whole comic. Okay,
yeah,
so that's something. There's
so it depends on what he's up to, but his art style is fantastic. I don't know if you've ever seen it. I loved.
I enjoyed
his monkey dog snake human thing was fantastic.
Yeah, some of those are great. Yeah, some of them I was like, I don't really understand what's happening here. But other ones I'm like, this is a good fucking comic.
Yeah, it's really good. So check that out. Also, you can follow him on Twitter where a lot of his stuff is. That's at Jab2099. So yeah.
The year he was born.
And also, one of his favorite, I don't know if it's his favorite, and my favorite Spider-Man comics, Spider-Man 2099.
Just go check those out.
Yeah. Read Spider-Man 2099. Miguel O'Hara is much better than Miles Morales. I guarantee you. Come at me, Internet. Thank you.
All right, so that was huge. All that stuff. Delta, you got all your stuff out, right? Yeah. Why would you make this? Go to www.ymp.com, as we said. You can search Why Would You Make This on Facebook. We're mostly ourselves on Twitter. I am at Time Commander, at
DJ Delta.
And what was yours again?
At Chronically Enfeebled.
Chronically Enfeebled. That's how you contact us directly. There's more like pictures and stuff on the Facebook, which eventually... That's going to go away, and it'll be all on the website. Eventually!
Look, internet's a hell of a thing.
Yeah, I know. So, intro music is an edited version of Falling After Love by Kill Paris. Taking us out today, we're going to sing just the first verse, the same amount that Jim Belushi and them sang. The little boy who forgot... No, excuse me. The little boy that Santa Claus forgot. I don't know if it's by Nat King Cole, but when I searched it on the internet... That was the first one that came up.
He sang it?
Yeah. The problem is back during then, like a guy would write a song, and 8 people would sample it, and they'd go, yeah, that's music. That's legit how music works.
And it was all like the big heavy hitters of the time. It'd be like, here's Nat King Cole, here's
Frank
this guy,
Sinatra.
and everyone at the same year.
You know the song "Respect" by Aretha Franklin.
Yeah.
R-E-S-P-C. That was a song written by someone else that someone else made, and literally didn't have the part where she goes R-E-S-P-C. That's the part that she added, and now it's her song.
Second.
I don't know about that. I read half the article, all right?
I read the title.
I read the headline on Twitter.
It was a long headline.
That was quoted.
Yeah, it was retweeted. And it was
All right, I didn't read it. Someone told me that they read it, and they told it to me.
Who's Aretha Franklin again? So, for Huge and Jimmy Time... No, that's me. So, for Huge...
That's
For Huge and Jimmy Time, I am J Delta. And please remember, without the mistakes of others, we'd be forced to endure the pain of failure ourselves. Support the arts.
There you go. What a mistake that was.
Now, how the hell do you want to sing this?
You know, I don't know. I didn't really think about that.
We're doing this in accents?
I've never heard this song because I didn't get your version. So I'll take lead.
Go ahead. All right.
He's the little boy that Santa Claus forgot. And goodness knows he didn't want a lot.
Hey!
He sent a note to Santa for some soldiers and a drum. It broke his little heart. When he found out Santa had come. In the streets, he envies all those lucky boys.
Lucky.
Then wanders home to last year's broken toys. I'm so sorry for that laddie. He hasn't got a daddy. The little boy that Santa Claus forgot.
Skidoo.
Oh, I forgot you didn't hear that song. That's great.
And that little boy,
Got no dad.
Adolf Hitler.
Oh, there's the Nazis. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just guessing.
The preceding recording is for entertainment purposes only, and the views expressed in this podcast do not necessarily represent the views of Why Would You Make This, its owners, employees, or associates.